Hello, is the microphone working? I think it is. And it's Friday. It's time to travel back in time to change Oxford United's fortunes. We have been on course for 1.5 seasons so far. But last live stream, we got some major injuries, which definitely will change our plans. It will change my objectives, personal objectives for this second season with Oxford United. I will show you what happened last time if you missed out. Thank you for tuning in, people. Hope we are doing very, very well. Sir Grunch has opened a can of beer, it seems like. Good evening, Sir Grunch. Have you been to the Systembolaget? What are we drinking, Grunch? It's good to see you, my mate. Hope all is well. Enjoying life. I've been working hard this last couple of weeks on my little summer project we kicked off. I hope some of you have checked up on it over on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I will plug it on several times during tonight's live stream. What else is new in the world of TMS? So my social media manager told me that I'm not too active. I should be more active on the platforms I'm on already, and I should brand out to other social media platforms, and I already think I have enough. It's craziness. But what the hell? We are now on Instagram as well. So you're over on Instagram, hit us up, the Mad Scientist FM. Good evening to Retro Gamer. Welcome in, Billy. How are you doing? Happy Friday. My dog is going nuts as always. You know how it is. Want to come and say hi? We're playing FM in a second. It's now or never. Come. Where is he? Ready. Come here. Yep. What the dog doing? You didn't have to do it, Billy, but we gotta sacrifice to the dog, right? We know how it is. Thank you, Billy, for taking care of the dog. Now we have sacrificed to the dog gods. Let's get straight into it, shall we? We kicked off the season last time. This is the second season on the 86-87 database. After we have totally overhauled our squad, brought in a lot of new, mostly young players to be in the starting 11. We got demolished in the first game, the season opener, 5-2 against Liverpool at Anfield. It was a tough one, but we bounced right back, scoring a lot of goals over the next 3 games until Arsenal stopped our little run by beating us at Highbury 3-1, and that was not the worst that happened. The worst that happened was that we got some serious injuries to some of our very, very best players. That's why I'm telling you, my objectives for this season have changed. We were so fortunate that we picked up Julio Cesar on a free world-class central defender. He's a game changer for our team. So he picked up an injury. Not for 2 months. Not for 3 months. Not for 5 or 6 months. 9 months. It's the season. Brunch just had a second coffee and a Copico. Bought a few bourbons on Monday. Bourbons. That's right up your alley, Sir Grunch. I can just imagine. I must admit, I don't know what Copico is. We picked up 2 coffees and a Copico. Salute nonetheless. Lazzi Anarchist is on Lurk mission tonight. We do appreciate it, Lazzi. Thank you. Hope all is well, my friend. I hope all is well. As I told you, we have assembled a very, very interesting team for the future. When you see players like Fernando Redondo, you think you have one of the best midfielders in the world, but in this universe, he's only 18 years old. I'm very happy to have picked him up, but he's not world-class yet. But if we didn't get that injury to Julio Cesar and a minor injury for Andy Müller, I would say mainly because of the injury to Julio Cesar, obviously, I've changed my hopes. I seriously thought if all went well, injury-free, we could finish up top 5. That's going to be different now. It's going to be difficult now. Very difficult now with those injuries. Seen Aaron Ramsdale today, says Retro Gamer. Sorry, I haven't. Fill me in. Enlighten me, Billy. What's been going on? So Grunge, Julio Cesar is for Matt what Woodgate was for Real Madrid. That's a proper comparison in this situation. If you were in for the last live stream, my face just went when we got this injury. 6 to 9 months for the best player we picked up this transfer window. I know it's not as a serious injury to Andy Müller, but it was a scoop. Absolute scoop that we managed to bring in Andy Müller. Spoiler alert. One of the absolute best wonder kids on the 86 database. If not top 3 wonder kid. And he accepted the offer from Oxford. I was hyped. And then he gets injured. We've only seen him in action 1 game. But nonetheless, we have a lot of interesting players that's going to get some playing time. But the next game is not going to be easy either. After a 3-1 loss against Arsenal, we're going up against Everton, who is very, very good in this database. Good Friday, gents. I did see you in Siratuel. It's good to see ya. Happy Friday, right back at ya. How we doing, Siratuel? I hope all is well. Cheers. Chin chin. In water. I'm drinking fresh water. Because it's hot as hell today. I'm probably going to crack open a window at some point in time, but... FM Ramster, afternoon, sir. Congrats on the podcast. Kept me entertained earlier when working. Thanks a lot, Ramster. That's very kind of you, my friend. I had so much fun recording that episode. The pilot episode of Rewind the Game podcast, which we launched earlier this week. Our first guest... is the reason why Ramster, he was entertained. FM Llama. What a freaking genius. I knew it would be so much fun. The times I've hanged out with Llama, I've always had fun. He's always had a couple of great stories. So I thought for sure he would be the first guest on the pod if I had to choose. You know. I did try to call up Faustino Esprella. I did try to call up Roberto Baggio to ask, do you want to come to my brand new podcast? I'm a football manager content creator. Oh, you don't know what that is? Who cares? We talk about retro football. That's all we do. So yeah, obviously, if you haven't watched or listened to our very first episode of Rewind the Game, I think we have a podcast command in the chat as well. There's links to the website, links to the video, which I will encourage you to watch because Llama is absolutely brilliant, doing a fantastic job. And thanks for liking it, Rams. I really appreciate it. A little sneak peek. Last night, we did record episode 2 of Rewind the Game podcast, which is also a freaking banger. I've been very fortunate with my first 2 guests, let me tell you that much. So, plan is, next Wednesday, the new episode will be released. And I already have a list as long as future guests for the podcast. I really appreciate the reception. It's nothing like when I release a new database and 100,000 of people play my databases. It's a small niche project, so I'm very, very happy and blessed with the likes and comments we've already got on the episode. And I can't thank Llama enough. As I said, I can continue to say it. He was absolutely brilliant. Well, good to see you, Ramster. Seen him in Club Shop, but hasn't been confirmed, said Billy. Oh, Billy's scouting for new signings to Newcastle. The transfer window's open, Billy. Good luck with whatever will happen. So you're out lurking around in Newcastle. Knocking at Isak's door. You're not leaving anywhere, Isak. Stay at the tune. Siratuel, start the day with the car breaking down. That's not what I want to read, Siratuel. Ended with 25 degrees and more candy than I should have. So all in good. That's the spirit. That is the spirit, Siratuel. That's a freaking bomber car breaking down. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope you will enjoy your weekend nonetheless. We do get a young 18-year-old Gabriel Batistuta back from his injury. He was off to a great start. 3-3 for the 18-year-old. He's not match sharp. He's only 18 years old, as I'm saying, so he's on the bench. We have Davor Suker, Ivan Zamorano starting at the moment. Switching up my bench a little bit. What are we doing here? Bierhoff on the bench as well. Another player, or the player who's been off to the best start so far in our little save, is also a brand new addition. We splashed out 15 mil on a Scottish midfielder, Gary Mack. 5 games, 7 goals, 2 hat-tricks within those 7 goals. Mamma mia, on freaking fire. Kill the fire, Faustino Sprilia. Please don't kill the fire. Gary Mack, if he'll keep up his form, it will be incredible. Sir Grunge shares an old-fashioned with Retro Gamer. Feel free to do so. Lama got 6 points more than me on the quiz, said Ramster. Thank you for letting me know. I'm very, very curious to hear how many points people got in the quiz. As you mentioned, Lama got 6 points. He did quite well. It is a tricky one. It's 5 very different questions. One of them is a super chance question where you gotta get it spot on, so it's really difficult. Maximum points is 17. I don't reckon anyone will come any close to 17. As I said, I actually think Lama did very well, and he got 6 points. Colin Hendry is back from his injury as well. Let's see if that young Scotchman will be a good addition for our Oxford side. And will this be our 2nd loss in a row? We are definitely underdogs when it comes to us going up against a team like Everton in 1987, with Graham Sharp, Yannick Stopira up on top, Milnaric, Trevor Stephen, Peter Reid, Roberto Donadoni, mid-20s Donadoni, Pat Van Den Hauw, Kidelia Tullin, Dave Watson, Everton legend, Gary Stevens on the fullback, and not to forget about, in his prime, Big Neville Southall, goalie over at Everton. I was on a diet. It died today, so that's all. So much for that consistency, yeah. I feel with you, Ratual. On a day where your car breaks down, do whatever you want to get in a better mood, right? Lama's on form, but you guarded him so well. I can't help. Parksy, good evening, man. Hope you're well. Congratulations on the podcast. It was a great watch. I appreciate that, Parksy. Appreciate that very much. I'm really happy to hear you liked it. At home at Manor Ground, Oxford United 1987 versus Everton, who's big and mighty at this point of time. It's good to see you, Parks. I hope all is well. Are you on a vacation? I think I saw you mention that in Billy's chat at some point of time. On vacation with the kids, with the fam. Hope all is well, Parksy. I really appreciate the comment over on the YouTube video, Parksy. That's awesome. It was so much fun. I mean, yeah. I've been working on a podcast idea for years. Retro podcast, obviously, up my alley. A couple of people have poked me over the years. Vita have poked me several times. Why don't you do that podcast? But it's taken me a while to come up with a format that I think is working, right? And I think this little format about talking about retro football, which we all can, talking about Champman, Football Manager history as well, that's something I like to do. And put in a little retro quiz. I really like that quiz on the podcast. I can't wait. I cannot wait to show you the 2nd episode, the quiz, the drama in the quiz in the 2nd episode. Whoo! Just like we wanted. 27 minutes in, John Sieverbeck with a cross, Davor Suker with the header. It's still 0-0. Seen it all now. Batistuta playing for Oxford. Yes, that's what we do here in our alternate universe. When we travel back in time. He's only 18 years old as well, the young Batistuta. Look at my goalkeeper. He's 24. Peter Schmeichel. Big Peter. My very, very first sighting on this save. Let me tell you that, Ramster. So yeah, we're building for the future here. Batistuta is 18. There's room for improvement. But just imagine him 4 or 5 seasons in. Whew. Time is ticking. It's 1-0 Everton. Actually, a little bit unhappy with Schmeichel didn't making the save. Caton and Hendry in our central defense. Redondo moves the ball up to our attacking midfielders. He goes wide again for Sieverbeck. Low cross this time. We got 2 lethal strikers in the box to attack. Abedi Pele, as an attack midfielder, will help them out. Lesur is only 18 as well. The ball ends up with Davos Suker. Huge chance, but what a save from Neville Southall. Well done, he's 12. If you know, you know, Rambling Man. I'm not sure I know, actually. But good to see you, Rambling, Mr. 420. What are we firing up today, my friend? Always a pleasure to see ya. Even Homie's happy that Rambling is in. Come on, Homie. Yeah. There he is. There he is. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yeah. He's already eaten his treat he got from Billy earlier. Say thanks to Billy. Billy, he spoils you. He spoils you. You don't deserve it, do you? It's kind of difficult to play Football Manager with no arms. But I'm happy to see you. Go and chill out. Who'll score our equalizing goal? Our lucky mascot. Tell me, who scores our equalizer? Samurai on a 6.30. Yellow card. Is it just time to chug on Batistuta? We're playing him as a poacher, just like Davos Suker. Other than that, no changes at halftime. We still have hopes. Oh, didn't I click this one earlier? There we go. We still have hopes to get something out of this one. 1 point would be decent. 3 points is always what we're on the hunt for. Parksy, I'm all good, mate. It's the kids' holiday over in the UK, so they're off for 6 weeks, but I'm still working, just surviving. Off to Caravan end of August. Looking forward to future episodes. I hope you will enjoy it, but working at the same times at the kids' holiday, tough times, I can imagine. But I hope you'll have a great time. Caravan tour. It's 2-0 Everton, by the way. We have seen that highlight enough times now. We haven't come up with much this one. 4 shots, 1 been on target. That's not enough. And horrible ratings for our players. Come on, let's get into this. Graham Lesur. Colin Hendry. Here we have Redondo. Deep-lying playmaker. Moves forward with the ball before passing it on to McAllister. Abedi Pele with a through ball for Batistuta. That's why we subbed him on. It's Gabriel Batistuta. First time we see a highlight from Bati. First touch we see from him since we subbed him on. 18-year-old phenom from Argentina. We are back within a shout. No chance for Southall this time. What a finish from the youngster. Hopefully future Ballon d'Or winner. Beautiful, beautiful assist as well from Abedi Pele. Yes, Sir Ratwell and Sir Grunge. That was a golazo, wasn't it? Everton on the ball again. Donadoni for Trevor Steven. Here is Golukovic. Graham Sharp inside of the post. It's 3-1. Damn. Yeah, we are still a bit off the top 5 teams, most certainly. We're not anywhere near being able to beat Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool. Forget about that. They destroyed us 5-2 earlier this season. But we're building. We're slowly building for the future here. Everton is in complete control. Edson Boaro down the right side. Abedi Pele. He's not a defender in any way, but he won the ball for us. And we couldn't keep it in possession for more than 10 seconds. Back at Everton. Beautiful passing from them. 3-1 with half an hour to go. And Graham Sharp makes it 4-1. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. We gotta get through this. The young players will learn from experiences like this. Right? That's the attitude. Obviously, I need to demand more. And look at my bench. Harry Mack. It's his worst game in the Oxford shirt. Let's continue a little bit. Let's carry on. Hopefully we can find a second goal. Push a little bit back here. Hat-trick by Graham Sharp. That's class. Beardsley. Must be Peter. Has joined Everton on this save. I can't remember where he starts, actually. Davor Suker smashed it in. 2-4 suddenly. Another great assist. Also great finish from Suker. Let's go attacking this. Nothing to lose here. We're down 4-2. Let me bring on David Platt. Actually, instead of Abedi Pele, even though he's been great in this game, Pele. Graham Lesser is not playing very well, so Neil Slatter could come on to get an assist, hopefully. 20 minutes to go of ordinary time. It could look like our second loss in a row. Again, I blame the injuries, mainly, but also there's definitely 5 teams in this league right now that we are way off, and Everton is one of them. Hello, Matt. Hello, guys in the chat. Vitor has arrived. Odo Brazil. Happy Friday, Vitor. How are we doing, my friend? It's good to see ya. Route 1 FM. Hi, mate. Look at you. Freddy Adu. Good to see ya, Root. Happy Friday. You know how to charm me up. Hope we're doing well, Root. Here is Peter Beardsley. Graham Sharp for his 4th goal of the game. It's 5-2, just like we lost 5-2 against Liverpool. The Merseyside teams are killing us. 4 goals by Graham Sharp. Ouch. Yeah, our youngsters are learning. That's my stand. Our youngsters are learning. Fernando Redondo. Could we get a third? There's 6 minutes added. Things could happen. We do get a corner kick. Gary Mack steps up. Who could he find in the box? Take your time, Gary. We have not been good yet. We're still working on our set-piece routines. Get this over with. You have humiliated us enough at our home turf. Batistuta sliding tackle. Davor Suker with a 2nd goal. How about that assist from Gabriel Batistuta? He can do it all. David Platt back to Colin Hendry. Starlins for McAllister. Look at that. This cheeky assist from Batistuta. And Davor Suker with his 2nd goal of the game. It is suddenly 5-3. Evening all, evening MJ Bomber. How are we, mate? It's good to see ya. Thanks for dropping by on this lovely Friday evening where we travel back in the time once again. 10th position, still early in the season. Now, next game up is the Football League Cup, 3rd round against Scunthorpe. What are they? 2nd division, 3rd division? I'm guessing 2nd division? 3rd division it is. It should be a walkover then. So we can use that game to bounce back before we take on Ipswich, Man United, Chelsea, Norwich in the Prem of 1st division. Two bad games. Yes, Vitor. Lost against Arsenal, lost against Everton. They are just better than we are. As I said, we are way behind the top 5 teams, definitely. Dosmano, need you a huddle in midfield? That's always a great shout, especially on this database. Imagine getting in Glenn Hoddle to our Oxford midfield. Anyone remember the Huddle and Waddle dance? Yes, that is Glenn Hoddle on the left side with Chris Waddle on the right side. Hanging out in the 80s. Playing at Tottenham. Being in music videos. Singing even. Singing. But yeah, Glenn Hoddle at Oxford. That's a dream scenario, which is not happening anytime soon, I'm sorry to say. It happens, says Vita. Exactly, it does happen. We can live with it. We have such a young squad at our hands. We just hope for the best. But because of the injury, 9 months, up to 9 months for Julio Cesar, who's one of our more experienced players, and an injury to Andy Müller, two of our very best players, if not the two best players we have, out injured as well. That doesn't help. If everyone is match fit and ready to go, I think we can challenge the best ones. But I also said, before we kicked off this season, before the injuries, I was very optimistic about a top 5 finish. Now, I think that's going to be very difficult. But we would love to be in England. In England, we would love to be in Europe next season. Challenging ourselves against some abroad teams, that would be awesome. Alright, League Cup, let me just save my team selection so we can quickly bounce back to it after this game, because I am going to rotate the hell out of this. All the players from the bench should be getting some playing time in this one. Even Robbie Mustoe. That is our backup lineup. We don't have a backup option for Gary Mack at the moment. So I actually think I would like to start Abedi Pele and David Platt. Ramster going on luck. Appreciate you dropping by tonight, Ramster. Hope all is well. League Cup 3rd round against Scunthorpe. Should be a walkover. I am underestimating them for sure. But I mean, with the players in my starting lineup, we should be able to qualify for the next round of the League Cup, definitely. Would be nice with a league run in the League Cup, obviously. Or in the FA Cup would be nice. Sad, but he's my goat. Just not musically. Das man. No worries. I definitely understand why he's your goat, Glenn Hoddle. What a legend. And this must be prime Glenn Hoddle. Late 80s, right, on this database. Presumably captain of Spurs. Spurs have a great side, actually, in this database, I must say. Some really good players, both Hoddle and Waddle. There is Batistuta, adding to his goal-scoring tally. It's the 5th goal of the season from the young man. As we go up 1-0. Hello, Matt. How are you, Dr. Nanase? Happy Friday, my friend. I'm good. How are you, my friend? Thank you for coming in. Yo, how are you doing? MS Shaw, M Shaw, appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in. I'm doing very fine, thank you. Batistuta hits the crossbar. Yeah, we have traveled back in time to play on this retro database. 2nd season with Oxford United. How are you doing? We are happy to have you on this lovely Friday. 1-0 at halftime. Good to hear, Shaw. Who's your all-time player? If you could choose one player, who's your GOAT? Let me show you my GOAT. Here he is. Faustino Asprilla, a little Colombian hero. One 0 at halftime, and the most important in a game like this is that we don't get any injuries. Hence why we have rotated the entire starting 11. We should be good enough to get through anyhow. Absolutely. Perryman was captain at the time, I would say. Oh, yeah, Steve Perryman. Actually, he wasn't, because Perryman, in this season, 86-87 season, just joined Oxford. So we had him in the first season. Not Oxford, goddamn, Steve Perryman. Yeah, he's retired now, become an assistant manager, but he is with Oxford, joins them in 85. We had him last season, but sorry I can't show you his playing attributes as he has retired on my save. But Perryman is a great shout as well. Sir Grunge checks if Rui Costa is available yet to play behind Barty. Oh, giving me ideas, Sir Grunge. Oh, he isn't. Damn, he isn't. He's coming in with the regen mod, but it's a little bit too early for him, for us to recreate that Fiorentina partnership. Rui Costa, Batistuta. As Batistuta puts us up 2-0. Easy peasy. And we want him to be ready for the next game, so let's sub him with Zamorano. And bring on Augusto Inacio on the left fullback, and that should be it. Will they get a consolation goal? Alex Kieran's with a consolation goal for Scunthorpe. With half an hour to go, this game is not over yet. I am apartment hunting in Aarhus. Prices are depressing. I can imagine on an S2 grand basis. Oh, freaking hell. It's becoming more and more like Copenhagen. Aarhus is. It's wild to see the prices out there, the living cost. And as a student on S2 basis, good luck, my friend. You gotta get gotta have some connections, right, or something to get in. I lived in Copenhagen back in the day, and that was only possible because of my connections. I wish you the best of luck, Dr. Nanase. It must be possible. Gaza would be a young starlet at this time. 86 just broke into the Toon starting team. Dustman, let me tell you, and let me prepare you for the face pack image of Paul Gascoigne on this database. I just love it. Gaza. He's 19 when you start a save in this database. At Newcastle, obviously. 19 years old. First of all, his perm is picture perfect. Second of all, his attributes. Bravissimo, bravissimo. You're on point. Definitely. That's very kind to treat the dog again. Who was it this time? Knud! Goddamn, Knud! Appreciate it. Sirachwell as well. Well, why don't we get the actual alert for it? I did not see the doggy alert. There it is. I saw a glimpse of it. But thank you, Sirachwell. Thank you, Knud, for spending your flux capacitor points on spoiling my dog. He's sleeping right now, but when he returns, you know the style. You know how we do it. We'll give him a good one. The dog has a lot of goodies in the bank for another day. True that, Knud. True that. How are we doing, by the way? How are we doing? Knud also redeemed the Tino Asprolia salute. I appreciate that, Knud. I can watch that all day long. Take it away, Tino.
Chao, Científico Loco. Un abrazo, un saludo de parte de Científico Loco y del Tino. Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella. Ciao, Bella, Tino. Let's make this 3-1. Finish the game. Ivan Zamorano. Within the last 5 minutes. Takes us on to the next round of the League Cup. Most certainly. Cristiano Ronaldo. Shaw. M. Shaw's favorite player of all time. That is legit. You must say that is legit. How many goals have that fella scored in his career? Absolutely incredible. And we all have our favorite players, right? Then probably Mabbott. I don't think Hod was ever captain. Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. I just thought Glenn Hoddle would be a captain in his prime. But yeah, Gary Mabbott, he was a captain for years over at Spurs, wasn't he? I think he's even in his late 20s, Gary Mabbott, in 86. I remember him vaguely from the 90s as well. Must been an older player, like 35 or something. Is King Eric in your database? Now let me show you if King Eric is on the 86-87 database. How old would he have been? How old would Eric Cantona have been around 86-87? 20 years old, starting out at Auxerre in France. Wonder kid in the making. He's already described as an elite striker. How good did he do in his first season on this database? 22 goals and 30 appearances in the French Ligue 1. Imagine him in an Oxford shirt. Imagine Batistuta, Davos Suker, Erik Cantona. I'm looking at a minimum minus 5,500 kroners a month on a rough budget. Yeah, that sounds realistic, right? That does sound realistic. But how realistic it is to find, I really wish you the best of luck, Doctor. Gaza and Red, says Vita. Gaza and Red. Now we've seen that as well. I've worked the past 14 months full-time while living with parents, basically rent-free. Decent savings account, but still depressing to look at. It seems like Copenhagen are 2,000 to 3,000 more expensive than the area in Aarhus that you're looking at. But then Aarhus is like 3,000-4,000 more expensive than my friend's places in Aalborg and Odense. All in Danish kroner. I do understand you, Doctor. I do understand you. It must be very difficult. And they still keep building new things in Aarhus and Copenhagen, but not in that price area, right? It's the same every year after summer, and all the students want to move to Aarhus and Copenhagen. That is so cool, said Knud. Oh shit, never seen that before. That is so cool, said Srirachual. Oh yeah, that was the Tino one. Hang on a second, because Knud also redeemed the Freddie Adu salute. So take a look at this one.
What's up? It's Freddie Adu, championship manager legend. Big shout out to the mad scientist. Peace. Shout out.
Champ man, legend himself, Freddie Adu. I got both those clips, the one of Tino, the one of Freddie Adu, for one of my latest videos. It was obviously the Q&A video I did over on my YouTube channel. They popped up suddenly. Blew my mind, if you can imagine. My favorite player in the world. And one of my all-time favorite champ man wonder kids. Party goal, Knud. Everything is 24% more expensive in Copenhagen. Full pay 50 kroner for a rye bread without blinking. I know what you mean. It's the same situation in London. It's very similar to the London discussion when I talk with my English friends. Sounds like very, very similar. But yeah, as I said, I have lived in Copenhagen, so I have paid big up for a cup of coffee or just basic stuff. Back to the Prem, which still is the first division. We're going up against Ipswich Town. And we need to stop our losing run. We have lost 2 in a row. This is where we turn things around. Start Batistuta alongside Suker. That'll do. That will do. Come on. We must be able to beat Ipswich, please. What a bad draw. Hello, Freddy. Vita says hi to Freddy Adu. I was waving as well when I saw the clip. Did we get Arsenal in the next round in the League Cup? I did see it, Vita. That's not a good draw after they beat us, right? Gentrification. That's a freaking difficult word, Sir Grunge. Then the city dies down. Yeah, I just think we've seen it progress year after year. As long as I remember, actually, in Copenhagen. I don't know if it's the same in Sweden. Moving to Stockholm, maybe Göteborg will be expensive compared to countrysides and stuff like that. Be right back. Need to sort dinner. Bueno appetito, Sir Grunt. Enjoy your dinner. How's Carlos Valderrama looking, says Knud. He's always looking dashy, isn't he? Always looking beautiful. As Ipswich is destroying our freaking ass. Ipswich, what is going on? Oxford, what is going on? Let's take a look at Valderrama to get us in a better mood, because this is horrible. Yeah, look at the handsome young man, 26 years old. I must admit, I mainly remember Carlos El Pipe Valderrama from the 90s when he was past 30. So to see him in his mid-20s is absolutely mind-boggling. He starts out in this database in Deportivo Gali, but moved on a free to the Netherlands to join PSV Eindhoven. That did not happen in real life, but just imagine if stuff like that had happened in real life. What is going on, Oxford United? I can live with us losing against Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool. Fair enough. 2-0 down, 15 minutes in against Ipswich. But we get a bang of a goal. Golazo! Golazo! To get us kick-started, hopefully. Abedi Pelé, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful, beautiful finish. Outside the box, right? Yeah, just beautiful placed up to the top corner. No chance for Cooper. Golazo from Abedi Pelé. Come on, let's get back into this game, please. Matt, one question. Vita, fire away. What will your question be? Knud, beef mince is like 5 to 6 pounds now. Yeah, that is insane. That is absolutely insane, Knud. And I don't think I make it better when I say I don't eat a lot of beef, a lot of meat at all, actually. There is the equalizing goal. Just as Thomas Rolls arrives. Thomas Rolls, my lucky charm. Thank you. Grazie. For the 14 months. 14? Have we known each other for such a long time, Thomas? Holy moly. 14 months. That has gone quick. Hopefully many more to come. My guy, Thomas Rolls. Appreciate the kind words. Appreciate the sub. Just as we equalize. It was Tommy Caton with the goal for us. Our central defender with his own little Carlos Valderrama perm. How are we doing, Thomas? Are you working this weekend? Or is it time to chill out? Horrible start. Scared me. We were down 2-0 against Ipswich. We did manage to come back into this. But we have not been very impressive in the first season. First half, excuse me. First season, neither. Where is Vitinho? Scoring some headers. Oh, Vita, yeah, Vitinho. The king of headers. He was a small man, but he leaped the ground like he was flying. I miss those highlights. Why didn't we make a highlight package of Vitinho goals, Vita? We should have done that. Well, thanks for bringing back the memories. 2-2 at halftime. Let's kick off the second half. We have come here for 3 points. Now we have scraped ourselves back from being down 2-0. It's 2-2. Second half's been kicked off. Graham Lesser with a cross. Davor Suker. Redondo. Back to Lesser. There is Gary Mack. His shot was blocked. We'll get a corner kick. Looked like that Ronaldinho goal where he just stood still. Good, yeah, good call, Knud. Very good call, actually. That bended a little bit as well, didn't it? Love that. Love that. Cooper with a save. Thomas Rolls, I wasn't supposed to be working, but now I'm working tomorrow, but I'm off Sunday, so we'll probably be chilling. Hope you're well, mad, sir. That is good to hear, my friend. One more shift in, then, Thomas. And you can chill out on Sunday. Graham Lesser with his first goal for the club. 18-year-old Graham Lesser, that is. With a little bit of river dancing on the sideline to celebrate us going up 3-2. Whew. Did take us some time, but we managed to come back into this. Now we need to finish the job, obviously. John Sieverbeck gets the ball up to Batistuta. We haven't seen him much in this one. Abedi Pelé, some beautiful passing around. Sieverbeck. Low cross. Davor Suker. We were down 2-0. Now we're up 4-2. Up Oxford United. Missing the midget, Vita. Your creation. Yeah, absolutely. 6 till 10 a.m. as well, but hopefully it will go quick. That'll go quick, Thomas. So you work... Oh, that's morning, yeah. That's early morning. That's why you had to go early to sleep last time as well. Makes sense. But yeah, just see the end of the day when you check in. Then you'll make it. David Platt, we need to give him some more playing time. Tommy Caton, very tired. So now we are up 4-2. Let's sub a couple of players. Because I do not need any more injuries, if you know what I mean. Lupescu instead of Redondo, a ball-winning midfielder. Hopefully to close things out. With 20 minutes to go here of ordinary time. (4-2) out of nowhere. Never count out Oxford United. I did count us out a little bit myself, actually. 2-0 down in the first half. I did not expect us to be back like this. But it is very good to see, definitely. Me gustas tú. Me gustas tú. Dos mano. Appreciate it. Appreciate hitting the follow button. Very kind, my friend. We appreciate that very, very much. As Ipswich make this a little bit interesting, maybe. Their goal is disallowed as we enter injury time. So welcome to the mad crew, Dosman. David Platt. Gary Mack hits the crossbar. Lots of goals in this one. This is more like us. We play with high risk. Great defending here at the final minute. Should be 3 points we can add in the first division, which we very, very much need. Lupescu, Stalins, just hanging on to ball possession. As we approach full time, do we get one more chance? Sieverbeck, look at the moves from the Dane. Look at the dribble moves. I'm going right, I'm going left, bang, bang, bang. Super right fullback we picked up. Didn't we get him on a free as well? I think we did. Very, very chuffed about that signing. Definitely. 4-2 win. 4 different goal scorers. That's alright. That's good to see as well. It's still very, very early in the season. We're in the 8th position. Before the season kicked off, I was aiming for a top 5 position. But with the injuries we got at the moment, I think it's going to be tricky. I think it's going to be more than tricky. And next up is Man United. That is one of those top 5 teams that we haven't been able to beat. We haven't been able to compete against them, really. Who have they signed? Because it is a mediocre Man United team in the first season on this database. Mr. Tinney on lurk. Appreciate it, Tinney. Hope you'll have a wonderful evening. Thank you for dropping by, my friend. Hope all is well. Manager is still Ron Atkinson over at Man United. Paul McGrath, Stuart Pearce, Brian Robson, the captain, obviously. Norman Whiteside, Gordon Strachan is out injured. Paul Gascoigne is suspended. Maybe this is a good time to take on Man United, except for this guy. John Aldridge, ex-Oxford United striker, who we had to let go last season, is now turning out for Man United. And you all know what that means. He is going to score against us. We are at least going to concede 1 goal from John Aldridge in the next game. Mark my words. We're playing at home. We are playing at home. That is good. We can fill out our stadium. How many can be in our stadium? Anyone remember? I do. 9,650 for this Premier League side back in '86. We should hopefully be able to fill out the stadium against a team like Man United. Wimbledon, the crazy gang, did very, very well in the first season. They were actually in the first position for a long while before they fell off. Liverpool took over. This season, Wimbledon is doing not as well as last season. They're in 14th. Blackburn got promoted in the first season from the 2nd division. Working away, getting the regen mod ready for the update. Great stuff. Great stuff, Chini. Respect the grind. We never sleep. That's me and Mr. Tini's mantra. Hugo. Hi, Matt. Hi, Hugo. How are we doing, Hugo? Welcome in. Happy Friday. It's always a pleasure to see you, my man. I hope life is beautiful. How are we doing, my friend? Billy's back. Retro Gamer has returned. 9K Vita. Isn't it incredible? This is our second season on this save. And we do have 5 mil on the balance. Probably takes a bit more to build a new stadium, right? Or to expand the Manor Ground. Which were built in, what, 1905 or something in real life? It's a really, really old stadium. 2,000 seated. We definitely need to rebuild this stadium. Stadium condition, though, very good. Very good of the time. Back in 1986, this stadium condition was described as very good. Very good. Look at our hot prospect. He's not in my first team squad. Andrei Kanchelskis. He's out on loan this season. And that's our hot prospect. How can he be ahead of Batistuta, Davos Suker, whoever, Redondo, Mavafanculo? How's he doing out on loan? Not very well, but he's very young. Fair enough. Stoichkov scoops Young Player of the Month award in the First Division. Suker right behind him. First Division Goal of the Month. Abedi Pillay. It was a beauty. It was a beauty. Scooped him up on a free as well. The 22-year-old Ghanaian. I was such a fan in the 90s of this guy. And he's done great. 5 assists, 2 goals, and 6 appearances. With an average rating of 7.85. Hats off to a legend. Like Abedi Pillay. My Benfica won the Portuguese Super Cup, so I'm happy. Congratulations, Hugo. Great start to the season, bagging a trophy. Good on your side. Good on your team, Benfica. Oof. That is a small one, Siratrol. It is a really small stadium, right? And as I said, this is our second season on this save. I reckon they'll build a new stadium for the third season. I could imagine. There's not even 10,000 in attendance at most at our stadium. Dos Mano was looking at some players I thought could be younger wonder kids at this time, and well, Romario was playing at the first team footy at the age of 14 at Vasco in 81. Romario. One of my all-time favorites. Yes, he is on this database. He's 20 years old when you start a save. 20! He starts at Vasco da Gama. In this universe, Inter have picked him up early. He's 21 years old. Bravissimo. Romario. Gotta get him to Oxford as well. It's a fantastic shout, Dos Man. Idal. Need real staff in the database. Yes, sir. I'll get right on it. Yeah, you know, it takes a long time to build these databases. And on a database like in the 80s, it's really difficult to research more than managers and assistant managers. Club owners, some directors, but goalkeeping coaches, scouts, forget about it. It takes so much time to research for those elements of a database like this. So I do have to down prioritize it, if you know what I mean. I rather want to add more players, more leagues, than focusing on the staff side of the database, I'm sorry to say. Romario didn't play 81. Romario only starts in 85. As a Brazilian, I know this very well. Yes, Vitor, tuning in. All right, Man United. Are you ready for us? At the Manor Ground. Every ticket will be sold out. Recent results. Sheffield Wednesday. What a great result. QPR with a win. Spurs. Huge win by Arsenal, who's top of the table. 8 games in, 8 wins. Damn, Arsenal. They didn't win. In real life, at least. David O'Leary, Viv Anderson, Tony Adams. A very young Tony Adams, obviously. Kenny Sansom, Paul Davies, Rocastle. It's a solid Arsenal team, but it's not, you know, it's not like Liverpool's team who has superstars like Dejan Savicevic, Ian Rush. Quite interesting that Arsenal is doing that well. They did beat us also. Easily. Forest against Liverpool. Forest beat Liverpool. Taking the second position from them as well. Could we put a dent into Man United title hopes? And pulling off an upset against them. It would be fun. Peter Schmeichel is showing pleasing progress. I'm happy to hear so. He should be world class. Let's go, Big Peter. Described as a commanding goalkeeper. Hugo, my Benfica didn't have a goalkeeper coach in the 80s. Goalkeeping training was defending Eusebius shots. That's a great description. Makes a lot of sense. We are still waiting for Julio Cesar to come back from his injury, but we gotta be patient. He's still out for 5 to 8 months. But we're also waiting for Andy Müller to return from his injury. 20-year-old wonder kid. It's gonna be fantastic when he returns from his injury. And it will be soon, but not for the Man United game. We will continue with this starting 11 that just beat Ipswich 4-2. Problem is, this time the club we're up against is Man United. Whose starting lineup looks like this? Gary Bailey in goal. Defense, Stuart Pearce, Kevin Moran, Paul McGrath, Renzo Contratto. Mummins, Gascoigne. I thought Gascoigne was injured or suspended or something. Apparently isn't. How about that central midfield? Damn. Tony Polster is a goal machine. John Aldridge, ex-Oxford goal machine. This is gonna be a difficult one. Wish us luck as we take on Man United at the Manor Ground. It's a fantastic start. It's John Severbeck. It's a goal from a Dane. What a finish. He never scored many goals in real life, but look at this right-footed finish. First time shot. Perfect. Got the ball past Gary Bailey. 1-0 Oxford United. 2 minutes in. Carry on, lads. Carry on. That was just the first surprise of this one, wasn't it? The good jar. Yes, man. Yes, Dave. My man. Good to see you, Dave. How the hell are we? Thank you for dropping by. Look at that Ribona pass from Gascoigne. That was out of this world. The goal has been disallowed, but it was a Ribona pass from Gaza, wasn't it? Wow. Yes, hit that follow button. Head over to the Goodya, one of our good friends in the community. Putting on some awesome FM saves. As we're searching for the second goal of the game. Great ball movement. Graham Lesser, Tommy Caton. Stalen's very, very patient. Starlin's going right, going wide. McAllister with a finish. Testing Bailey in the goal again. We are playing well. We are playing quite well to start out with. Abedi Pele with another chance. But it's very close, even though Man United also have had their chances. Just finished the podcast, fella. What an amazing listen. Appreciate that, Dave. Appreciate that very much. The Goodya. It was so much fun to do, you know. You know Lama. He did absolutely brilliant. Oh, my God. I knew he could talk for an hour or more than that if I didn't stop him. With only class stories. Batistuta, I think he was offside. He was offside. Still 1-0. Yeah, Lama was brilliant on that first episode, and I had so much fun recording it. So next episode, Dave, already been recorded. Ready to be launched next week. And that was equally as fun to record. So that's awesome. Is it too soon for Luis Figo? Started at Benfica Dosman, no, he started at Sporting. Luis Figo started at Sporting, and it is too soon for him. We gotta get up to what? 92, 90, 94 maybe even for Luis Figo, right? Okay, don't get complacent out there. We up 1-0 at halftime. We want to be the surprise package. Let's kick off the second half, shall we? Listening to that best 11 had me making my list. Good on you, Dave. That's all I want to hear. And the take on it, Lama's take on his starting 11, absolutely brilliant. Loved the criteria from why he chose his players. And it's the same in the second episode. It's another fantastic starting 11 with some very, very well thought out criteria for why that guy has chosen his best 11. And yes, the Gutja is on my list of future guests on the podcast. So go and follow him, please, people, and get ready to see him on the Rewind the podcast sometime in the future. I have a list as long with names of future guests on the podcast. Really, really appreciate the reception because I think it's right up my alley. It's right up so many people's alley. We talk about Champ Man, we talk about football history, your favorite players, your favorite World Cups. You know, stuff that I could talk about for hours. So we're giving this podcast a shot. And really appreciate you want to be on, Dave. Really appreciate it. What do we do here with half an hour to go? Second half has been very boring. I think that's in our favor. Very about making any substitutions. Let me see. All right, we got a highlight. Colin Hendry gets the ball out of there. Man United now in ball possession. Mummins down the left side. Tried to get a cross in. Gascoigne for Polster. Stuart Pearce. Contrato. Le Seux with a half-ass tackle. And Tommy Caton committed the pen. Now it's up to Peter Schmeichel. Show them why you became a Man United legend. Show them why you will become an Oxford legend. He chose the right side. But Stuart Pearce from the spot, he is very reliable. Very, very reliable, isn't he? That Barty fella seems good. And the hair, now that was legendary. True that. Promising striker he is on this database. Yes, I surely hope he will show some promise down the line. In this one, we haven't seen much of another promising player. Davor Suker not had his best game. Let's see if David Platt can do it better as a pressing forward. Maybe he'll free up some space for Batistuta. Graham Laserne 6.20. It was a horrible tackle attempt from Graham Laserne earlier. And he is very young. He's 18-year-old Laserne. He'll learn. We put on Neil Slatter for the last 20 minutes. We are still going for the win. We're still going for 3 points here. Chance for a corner kick. Abedi Pele. Cleared by Moran. McAllister gets it back in. (1-1) last 15 minutes of ordinary time. Colin Hendry. Gets the ball forward. Batistuta. Beautiful first touch. Was he offside this time? I think he was. He was again. Second time offside. That would have been a beautiful goal to put us up 2-1. But disallowed it was once again. Second time Batistuta was caught. David Platt. Super sub David Platt. Come on. Help me out here. A win would be delicious, I tell ya. We could still lose it as well. Here is Neil Slatter though. Hey, turn around. Turn around. You had the ball right behind you, Batistuta. Mill with a cross. Man United on the attack. Gary McAllister clears it out of danger. Why so panicky? We don't need to panic yet. 5 minutes ago, Stuart Pearce. Man United attacking. Will they go up 2-1 now? Oh. He missed the target. I thought that was a Schmeichel save. 3 minutes added. We take 1 point. But we came here for 3, so damn. Was it a sellout? It must have been a sellout, right? 9,500 is our max capacity. We take the point against a much better team. We have to take the point. Billy, they every fucking where, empty seats. Luis Figo started in 1990/91 at Sporting. There we go, Hugo. I really enjoyed it, man. I can't wait till the next episodes. Appreciate that, Billy. Really appreciate that. We already got next episode recorded. Ready to rock and roll next week. Thomas Rolls. Oh, I also really enjoyed the podcast. You watching it as well, Thomas. Appreciate it, my friend. Really appreciate it. It can't get more niche. I'm trying to come up with the most niche of niches. But I really appreciate you enjoyed it, guys. That definitely speaks more to Lama's performance on the podcast. He had so many fantastic stories. He took me right down memory lane so many times. He did fantastic. Much love to Lama, who's actually just released a brand new video. He's been on a marathon stream tonight as well. I hope you will show him some support. Just released a brilliant video earlier tonight, the good man Lama. D-Boy Plays, evening Matt and crew, a flying visit as I'm home seeing family. Hope the stream goes well. Love the first episode of New Pod. Appreciate it, D-Boy. Enjoy your time with the fam. Thank you for dropping by. We always appreciate that, D-Boy. And thank you for making the incredible tune. Rewind the music intro jingle made by the good man D-Boy Plays. I love it. I absolutely love it. Big D, great music intro for the pod. Billy agrees with me, right? Also the quiz jingle, Billy, is of the work of D-Boy. Add something very unique to the podcast. I much appreciate it. Who's up next, by the way? Chelsea. They are currently in 15th. Should be a team that we should be able to beat, but no easy games in this league. We know that by now. Viva la Corona! Matt! Viva! Good to see you, Viva! How are we doing, my friend? Come on, it can't be cold this time of year. Where usually me and Viva, we exchange, oh, it's raining, oh, it's snowing, oh, it's windy. Today, the sun is shining where I am, Viva. I hope it's the same where you are. To say it otherwise, wherever Viva is, the sun is shining. Viva la Corona! Happy Friday, my friend. Thank you for tuning in. We are preparing for Stamford Bridge. Chelsea, 1987. They're struggling, and we would like to add to the struggles. Edel, do you have download list of every database you have made? Yes, if you follow the link that Retro Gamer just shared below your comment to my website, there's links to all the databases I've ever made and to so many other things. So go and check out the good old website. And feel free to ask any questions, Edel, if you need any help. Here's another great player in 1986. Paulo Futre. Starts out at Porto. Always gonna be picked up by one of the big teams. In this universe, it's Juventus. 21 years old. Came this close to winning the Ballon d'Or in 1987. But he came in second. Behind a Dutchman. With this name. Almost. This name. Maybe? Nope. I can't hit the right buttons. Where the hell is he? Come on, hold it. Please. He's at Napoli. This universe is bonkers. Just imagine. 25-year-old Ruud Gullit joining Napoli on a free, who already have El Diego Maradona. Maradona, Ruud Gullit. Do you need a manager, Napoli? Let me know if you ever need a manager. That'll probably be the only team I'll leave Oxford for. First goal for his nation. Let's congratulate the young Chilean Ivan Zamorano. Vamos. Two days to the Chelsea game. We are ready for you. Oops, now even better, Zamorano has completed his intensive language course. Now we can talk with the guy as well in English, not only in Spanish. He's had a fantastic week, Ivan Zamorano. Should we start him against Chelsea? It would be instead of Batistuta, to be honest. So I'm not sure we are starting Zamorano, but what a week. What a week he's had. First goal for his country. Best training rating out of all our players. And he's learned to speak English. What a week. He's not ready. He's not starting. He's tired. Andy Müller, though. Andy Müller is back from his injury. Now we're talking. He'll be with us on the bench. We've only seen him in one game so far. Huge scoop we made here by bringing in Andy Müller. What did we pay? We did pay 19.5 for one of the very best wonder kids on this database. Can't wait to bring him back in action. But he will have to start out on the bench. Abedi Pele and Gary McAllister are doing very well at the moment. Let's kick this one off. As we're going for another 3 points. This time at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea with Kerry Dixon and David Speedy. Nigel Spackman, Nevin. Gary McAllister in defense. It's not a bad Chelsea side at all. They have been struggling this season though, so let's hope we can get something out of this one. We need 3 points. We most certainly need 3 points. Tony Dorigo on the bench as well. He's injured though. Chelsea in ball possession. Here is Gary Pallister. Trying to find Kerry Dixon. A little bad communication in our defense. Beautiful ball movement from Chelsea. I think Dixon ran into an offside position, didn't he? No, he beat the offside. It's 1-0 Chelsea. 14 minutes in. That one was for you, Thomas Rolls. That goal is for you. That will hopefully be the only goal they'll get this game. But that was one more for you. Kerry Dixon with a clinical finish. What was that, sir? Was it D-Boy saying he scratched his cornea? Damn. Sorry to hear that, D-Boy. I hope you'll take care of yourself. Davasuka with a huge chance. That's a bomber, D-Boy. Big up Chelsea from their supporter, Thomas Rolls, in the stands before he was born. So good job, Thomas. Here we are in 1987. As we are on the hunt for the equalizing goal. We have had 7 shots, 3 being on target. Chelsea have had 1 shot. And they're 1-0. Batistuta hits the crossbar. Or the woodwork at least. Davasuka. Redondo. Here is Graham Lesser. Chance to go wide. We have been very unlucky, haven't we? 50% of our shots been on target. Chelsea had 1 shot. It's 1-0 to them. Here they come again. Kerry Dixon. Ian Culverhouse. Dixon goes wide for Nevin. Come on, stop him in his run. He's fast, though. Super fast. We clear the ball out of danger. And Culverhouse with a finish from distance. Let me encourage the lads. Actually, not done anything wrong in the first half. We deserve a better result here. But we gotta get going. It's becoming a theme, this. That we're trailing. We're going behind 1-0 or 2-0. Here is a penalty to Chelsea. Chance to go up 2-0 as I'm speaking. Peter Schmeichel, please. Versus David Speedy. Schmeichel with another save. That's his second save from the penalty spot this season already. He's doing what he can to keep us in this. Now the outfield players, wake up please. Get that equalizer sooner than later. So we can start hunting for a win instead of an equalizer. Of a draw. God damn. Can't use 1 point for much. and use 0 points for anything. Chelsea's attacking as we come up to the halftime point. 1-0 Chelsea. Not very impressive that first half. A bit unlucky as well, definitely. I choose to continue. I choose to kick off the second half. See if we can find that equalizer. But instead, Chelsea is on the attack again. Early in the second half. Paul Power. Marwood. Starlins clears the ball. McLaughlin for Chelsea. Keeps them in ball possession. But here is Batistuta. Redondo. Hit them on the counter. Gotta go fast. Come on. Goes wide for Lusser. You have many options in the box. Redondo tries to get it into the box to Abedi Pele. We get a corner kick. We were over-flooding the box. Gary Mack with the corner. Caton attacks. We need more of this. More of this. More chances. Look at that. 15 shots. And we haven't scored a goal yet. With half an hour to go. This is a problem. We obviously need to get Andy Müller in action now. Only the second time this season we're going to see him in action. I don't know what's up with Davasuker. I don't want to sub him yet, though. We need a fresh right fullback. Our right fullback is knackered. So a couple of fresh players on. And Zamorano, you can start warming up. If Davasuker, he won't do better over the next 10 minutes. We'll bring on Zamorano. All right, Colin Hendry. Who was that for? Apparently Suker. All right, it worked. McAllister, Davasuker. He heard me talking about him. Abedi Pele. There is the equalizer. Second goal, 2 games in a row for Abedi Pele. Yes, please. And on with a couple of fresh players now. We sit down Abedi Pele after he scored that goal to bring on Andy Müller, who we have been longing for to get in action. Here he is, Andy Müller. German wonderkid. Graham Lusser, low cross, big chance in there for Suker. Batistuta was caught offside. It's 1-1. FM does man. It looks like an FM, didn't it? With so many chances. We have had so many chances. They have had freaking 1 on target at that point of time when they were 1-0. Here they come again, though. Great defending by Tommy Caton. Right back to Chelsea with the ball possession, though. Paul Power. We need to put some pressure on them. David Speedy finds Kerry Dixon for his second goal of the game. It's 2-1 Chelsea. I thought you would only get 1 Thomas Rolls. But here is the second. Chelsea goes up once again. It is time to bring on Zamorano instead of Suker. Sorry to sub Gary McAllister, but we have to get something fresh in. David Platt will enter the pitch. Come on now, we're not losing this one. Was definitely not the plan. Corner kick. Chance from a corner again. Saved by the keeper. We have 10 minutes to find the equalizer and potentially the winning goal. Andy Müller steps up again. Another corner kick. Go on, Andy. Hallister clears it back to him. Does this run out in the sand? We get another corner. We're piling on the pressure now. Let's get something out of this. Graham Lusser with an in-swinger. They defend very well, Chelsea. They defend very, very well. But even Zamorano, 3rd goal of the season, it's disallowed. Mavafanculo, so close. 21 shots, 12 been on target, 3.35 XG. And we're down 2-1. Chelsea been incredible efficient. Damn. 6 minutes added. Get them all forward. Come on. Must be possible to find another equalizer. Couple of minutes into injury time. Chelsea in ball possession, but Andy Müller wins it back. David Platt. Batistuta hits the post. Zamorano picks it up. Come on, Ivan. That was probably it. 2-1 win Chelsea. Our youngsters are struggling at the moment. Hats off to Chelsea. They were very, very efficient. But 12th position. We need to beat the teams below us, at least. We are 9th right now. Next up is Norwich. At home at the Manor Ground. So at this point of time, I would say we take all the points we can get. This is going to be a season where our players are developing. I was very optimistic before the season. I hope for a top 5 finish. That is way, way behind now. Not gonna happen, probably. We need a miracle for that, even though it's early in the season. We need to pick up some consistent wins. And that's been an issue. That's been a proper issue so far. But Norwich is next. That is where we pick up 3 points. Bounce right back. Then it's Arsenal in the League Cup. City in the First Division. We need to do better. Aston Villa beats Norwich 4-2. Oh, just 4 days before we take on Norwich. Yeah, you can call back John Paulston, actually. We're not going to use him. That's not the plan. Norwich, 1987. Decent team. Typical mid-table team, I would say. Can't underestimate them at all. We've just lost against Chelsea. Oh yeah, we're not using Fraser enough. He'll get some playing time in the cup in a moment, right after the Norwich game. Arsenal in the League Cup. That's too early to get them in the League Cup, I reckon. Gonna be very difficult to get past Arsenal in the League Cup, definitely. But first of all, Norwich First Division fixture. Andy Müller's back. We saw him in the last game when we subbed him on. So they want me to start Henk Fraser. Or they want me to play him a bit more. I think Tommy Caton have done quite well. And Colin Hendry. He's still settling in. Benefit of the doubt? Or should I sub Hendry? We give Hendry one more. Alright, another attempt to bounce back to winning ways. In this home fixture against Norwich. Come on, lads. Come on, Oxford. We can do this. Any familiar names in their starting 11? Norwich, managed by Keith Birkinshaw, Alan Smith, Tony Cascarino. 2 big and tall strikers. Jose Basualdo. Steve Bruce in central defense. Alright. Decent Norwich team. Again, they have some players who can cause us problems. No doubt about it. As we kick it off, on the hunt for 3 points. Nothing else is acceptable. There we go with the interception. John Siebeck gets the ball up to Barty. He has a Davos in the box. Instead, he passed it back. Cutback pass to Lorenzo Stalins. It feels like it's been a while that we went up 1-0 in any of our games. So that was nice. That felt nice. Mad is Chardel in this database as a region. He certainly is. On some of my offline saves, I have seen him come in Brazil as a young region. I'm not sure how many seasons that will be in. Again, 92 or something, right? We start in 86, so you gotta get like 6 seasons ahead. What a save by Peter Schmeichel. What a save from the Big Dane. As Retro Gamer FM redeemed, Tino Asprilla, salute. My guy, let me go and refill my water bottle while Tino salutes.
Chao, Científico Loco. Un abrazo, un saludo de parte de Científico Loco y del Tino. Chao, vela.
1-0 as we approach halftime. Here is Abedi Pillay, dangerous position. Gary McAllister, not scored for the last 3 games. He's back. 8th goal of the season. That's important. Gary Mack. 2-0, Oxford at halftime. This is more like it. Way more like it. Abedi Pillay on the run again. Gets the ball through for Davos Suker, but what a save. What a save by the goalie. Damn. Corner kick just before halftime. 4 minutes added in the first. Redondo with the finish. It is a goal kick. That was the first half. We did well. We need more like this on a consistent basis. Yellow card for both of our defensive midfielders. Makes me wonder if I should sub one of them. I think I'll wait. I think I'll hold on a little bit before doing that. Let's continue while we're on a roll. Would be nice to get a goal for Davos Suker in this second half. Can I please order 1 goal at least from Davos Suker? There he is. Early in the second. McAllister for Abedi Pillay. Oh, how did he miss the target? Abedi Pillay. That would have been some opener of the second half. Incredible passing to get the ball up to him. But he missed the target horribly. Corner kick now. Gary McAllister already scored once. Could he get an assist as well? Almost. Batistuta attacks at the near post. John Schubeck with a finish. Again, can I please order 1 goal for Davos Suker, please? As I will bring on another defensive midfielder instead of Fernando Redondo. We bring on Lupescu to win us some tackles in the central midfield. Time is ticking. Time is running out for Davos Suker. I'm very sad to see it. Batistuta is doing very well. Let's bring on Zamorano. Let's bring on Andy Muller. There we go. Maybe also a fresh left fullback in Neil Slatter. Let's do that. With 15-20 minutes to go. I am on a diet, and all I want is a nice, fat, greasy burger, Billy. But hang in there, Billy. You can do it. You can do it. No reason to start on a diet to just go off the diet 3 days later. You gotta stay strong, Billy. You got this. Screw the burgers. There's other delicious stuff out there. Zamorano goes for goal. Would be nice with a 3rd goal. There's still time to work with. 77 minutes in. We have been in control since the kickoff of this one. Don't let them back in. Don't allow them to get a consolation goal. Hey, homie. Come. Come, Sky. Yeah. Come, Sky. Yeah. Homie. The dog is acting up. Come on. Homie. Davos Suker. Just before the end of the game, I ordered a goal from Davos Suker. It didn't look like we would get one, but just before full time, Davos Suker gets involved as well. That is how we turn our players back around. Oh, homie. Hi, homie. Hi, homie. What do you want? Come. Where is he? All right. He's just teasing me. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate your kind doggy emotes. The dog is just teasing me. Hey, hi, homie. Hey. Ja, kom så der. Må jeg se, hvad er det? Åh. Oh. Ja, kom så. Kom her. I gotta cheat him. I gotta freaking cheat him to get up here. Lucky mascot, how we doing? There we go. I saw you were sleeping. He's been sleeping for at least half an hour. And sneezing now as well. Why are you sneezing? What do you want? Yeah, Knud has been by. You will get spoiled later on. But I think you should go and have another nap. As we beat Norwich. 3-1. 3-0 actually. That was a great bounce back result for us. 8th position after the first 10 games of the season. Do my diet. Eat whatever you want, says Sir Grunch. Don't listen to him, Billy. I piled the weight on while on holiday. Want to lose some weight before I go on holiday again. Sounds like a mission, Billy. Donut Donny. Evening. Hope Oxford are doing well. My first episode of Oxford using your database and crediting you is coming out in a few weeks' time. I'm looking so much forward to it, Donny. And you know what, guys? You should go and follow Donny. Donut Donny over on YouTube. Now, don't wait for him to make content on my database. If you are a retro head like me, you want to follow Donut Donny on YouTube. He does some incredible flashback videos of old football management games, all kind of good stuff. I always enjoy it when I see you do a new video, Donut Donny. And yes, please, thank you. Oxford is doing all right. So, as you saw, we are in 8th position at the moment. We have a lot of young players that we are starting. 18 years old, 19, 20. So I don't expect us to deliver anything special this season, especially since our very best player got injured. Up to 9 months. Currently stands on 4 to 7 months. So that's my excuses for not doing fantastically. But I like the project. 2nd season with Oxford. I really like being here. And with this young squad, I think we have made a team for the future. One player who is performing already right now, right here, is Gary McAllister. He's been a fantastic addition. Absolutely incredible addition. Oddly, in my save, Man City are bottom as well. That's not oddly at all, Donut Donny. Man City are shite on this database. They're not doing very well. Thank you. Just done kickoff and FM82 revisited. A new update on the Classic Football Manager game. That's what I'm talking about. That's Donut Donny's content on YouTube. Absolutely awesome. I'm away again on the 18th, Billy. That's good to hear, Billy. Why not get in shape for it? As well. Next up is Arsenal. Football League Cup 4th round at Highbury. We have not been able to challenge teams like Arsenal yet at all. The top 5 teams, top 6 teams to be fair. We have not been able to challenge them at all yet. But we're playing for a win, obviously. Kickoff, Specky version on the Spectrum. I played Kickoff on the Amiga, my friend. So I'm very familiar with Kickoff. I still fire up my Amiga 500 from time and time again. And play games like that. I mean, Sensible Soccer is a banger. But games like Player Manager, Kickoff, Goal, it is so fast-paced. And the small dots you have to steer around, it is so difficult, actually. I can't imagine. I was much better at it when I was a teen, or a child even. I was much better at playing those games when I was younger. I'm sure, because I'm not very good at it right now. Here it is, League Cup action. Andy Møller, you'll be starting this one. What else? Dave Langen will be starting on the right fullback. And yes, let's see Henk Fraser instead of Colin Hendry. That is it. A couple of rotations, but still A very strong starting 11 from what we got to work with. But we are underdogs. We are not slight underdogs. We are major underdogs against Arsenal and Highbury at this point of time. They're top of the first division. Here you have the starting 11. League Cup action. Oxford is a lovely place to say, but I'm biased. Was born in that city. You have to say it. You have to say it, but I believe you. I believe you. And we have spoken so much about the Manor Ground. The Manor Ground we are playing at in this universe, obviously. With a maximum capacity of 9,500 people. When do you think that Oxford will rebuild the stadium on this save? Or maybe even build a new stadium? We obviously need the money for that. But we can stay a First Division / Premier League side with a stadium capacity of 9,500, right? Did you hear the sad news currently about Sheffield Wednesday, by the way? I don't think so. Please enlighten me. I used to have an Amiga 600 just to play sensible soccer and Champman 92. Yes, that is awesome, my friend. I still have Champman Italia. I think that's from 93 though. But that's for the Amiga. That is for the Amiga. With the floppy disk, with the manual inside, with all the results you had to use to log into the game. But that was a very, very good reason to have an Amiga 600, my friend. Just those two games. Who need more? Sensible Soccer and Champman. Come on. Sir Grunge, New Star Soccer / Manager. Ever tried them? New Star Soccer or New Star Manager? New Star? It doesn't ring a bell with me, Sir Grunge. But Donadoni already made content on them. There you go. They are rebuilding the stadium in my stay, but only increasing the capacity to 12.5. All right, hopefully that's one step on the ladder, right? We are allowed to dream of a huge, grand stadium in Oxford, aren't we? We need to win some things. But I mean, I've done my best. I bought Gabriel Batistuta to the club, Peter Schmeichel. Can't be true that only 9,000 people can watch them play every second week, right? Are we going up 1-0 from the young man Batistuta? It's disallowed by something very weird, futuristic VAR thing. Sheffield Wednesday deep money problems and trying to get rid of the chairman. Currently with 2 weeks in the season, only got 14 players. And some of them are going as not paid. That is not a good sign. That is bad news for a very historic team in England, Sheffield Wednesday, who were great in the 80s and in the 90s. So that is very sad news, Donny. But thank you nonetheless for letting me know about it. Another team with such vast history going to be destroyed because of financial trouble. I hate it. 1-0 Arsenal, by the way. Their goal was not disallowed. Donatoni, I did a video review on CM Italia, and it's great. It's a great spin-off game. This was before multi-leagues and future CM games. Exactly. I remember when you had to buy the English edition, you had to buy the Spanish edition, the Italian edition. I remember those days. Davos Suka on the ball. Suka goes wide for Langen. Come on, get the cross in. Low cross, near post. Gary McAllister attacks it. Davos Suka goes for it. But corner conceded by Tony Adams. I'm sure I must have watched that video you did on CM Italia, Donatoni. So Grunge, CM Italia was my first CM. That is awesome. Henk Fraser, red card. He's been screaming for me to start him. First game I start him, he gets a red card. Ma vaffanculo. That's Colin Hendry instead of one of the strikers. It's gonna be Batistuta this time. That was the League Cup for this season, wasn't it? That was it. We got 45 minutes, but only with 10 players on the pitch. This is not going to end well. Donut Donny, it's only 12,500 as that was the limit the manor had in those days. Hence, they had to move away Kazam Stadium, which they moved to in 2002, of course. They are now moving away from that ground in 2028. Interesting. Venancio Ramos, 2-0 Arsenal. Very, very interesting, Donut Donny. Yeah, I do expect on Football Manager that they'll build a new stadium if you do very well. Because an expansion up to 12.5, that won't do, right? Wow, you got Müller and McAllister. 2 brand new additions for this season. We splashed the cash, 11 mil up to 15 mil with add-ons. It's been all worth it bringing in Gary McAllister. He's been incredible, 22 years old. And Andy Müller, that was a scoop. Such a scoop to get him in. Incredible player in this database, and 20 years old, wonder kid. He's been out injured, so he's on his way back now, trying to get him match sharp. But it's not this game things are going to change around, that's for sure. Let's make some substitutions here. Let's make some substitutions. This game is already lost, isn't it? The new stadium, though, may or may not happen. The local council is deciding in a few weeks' time to give permission. It's going to be a crucial decision, as if it's a no, then in 2028 we'll have no home. Wow. That's a lot of the line, then. There is a lot on the line, for sure. I definitely hope it will happen for you guys. Definitely hope it will happen. Don't think about the worst case scenario. That can't happen, right? I'm leaving stadium before the final whistle. The assistant manager will take care of the last 5 minutes. I'm out of here. We out of the League Cup. Let's get back to the First Division, where we take on Man City in the next one. Perfect opportunity to add 3 points to the league table against the bottom team, Man City. Obviously, it's not a walkover. They are desperate to get points themselves. Barcelona, youth setup recognized amongst world's best. Followed by Ajax, Real Madrid, Benfica. No Oxford United on that list yet. New contract for Hendry. That was quick. That was quick, Colin. That you wanted a wage rise. You'll get it. You'll get it. I tried to buy Haji. Had enough wages up to, say, 32 a week. He wanted to join us, but wanted 82. So he joined Man United instead. Damn, coming close to signing those players. It really, really hurts then when they leave for the big boys. Typical Man United to snipe him away from you. That's brutal. Absolutely brutal. Sir Grunge grabs a tennis ball and dribbles about around Vitor, not making him when opportunity arrives. Sir Grunge always has his own little party. With a tennis ball, apparently. All right, back to the league. Man City. Away, that is. They are bottom of the table. We need to get this win. 2 players suspended for this one. That means Colin Hendry is back, obviously. Also means that we'll start Lupescu. So Robbie Mustoe will be on the bench. So will Steve Chettle. That is it. I'm still going with Suka and Barty. I do think, though, that Abedi Pillay deserves to start. He's 100% match sharp. He's been scoring goals lately. So we're starting Abedi Pillay and Gary McAllister. So we can bring on Andy Muller from the bench at some point of time. Man City in crisis. This is the team we need to beat. Let's go and do it. Donut Donny, Ajax youth players are legendary. Always. No matter what database I've made for Football Manager, what decade I've jumped back to, the Ajax youth team is always stacked. Man United, I think, are top in my game, says Donut Donny. Sir Grunge, it's how I trained my touch as a player still works. Dribble around with the tennis ball. So then when you swap over to a football, it's much more easy. I know it. I know how it works, Sir Grunge. It's brilliant. 20 technique for Sir Grunge. 39 minutes into the first half. We haven't seen many highlights. It's still 0-0. We are in ball possession, building it up from the back. Colin Hendry. Lorenzo Starlins. Caton goes wide for Langen. Through ball for Batistuta. Very unselfishly, he sets up Abedi Pillay, 6th goal of the season. I'm quite sure Abedi Pillay has scored in his last 3 games in the first division. So he deserves his spot in the team, definitely. Keeps us alive at the moment, but very unselfish pass by Batistuta to get the assist. 20 free kicks and passing. Everything else won. We gotta make that play at some point of time, Grunge. 20 technique, 20 free kicks, 20 passing, 1 in the rest of the attributes. That could be fun. That could be absolutely fun. Oh, there's the equalizer. It's David White. 1st goal of the season for City. They're back in it just before halftime. That is so disappointing. Yeah, we need to do better. We need to step up and do better. This is a must-win. Come on. Donut Donny, if you ever want to do a retro football podcast with me, then let me know. Can mention some classic football games of the past. Let me know. That would be brilliant, Donut Donny. That would be absolutely brilliant. You have a catalog of retro games that you've made videos about. It is spot on. It is absolutely spot on, my friend. I would love to have you on. As we go up 2-1, I should see. Early in the second half, 53 minutes in. So yeah, really appreciate that, Donny. I'll get back to you. I have a long list already of people who want to come on the pod, that I want to get onto the pod, obviously, as well. 2-1 up. Again, Davos Suker. What is going on? And Gary McAllister, we can do better also. We can do better. Graham Lasser picks up a yellow card. Tommy Caton attacking the near post. Getting his 2nd goal of the season. He's quite dangerous from corner kicks. So we're up 3-1 now. Gotta make some substitutions. We gotta better Andy Muller's match sharpness, so he'll get on again. What else can we do here? Let's bring on John Sieverbeck, obviously. He should have started. Let's sit down Graham Lasser. Let's see what Oliver Bierhoff he can do. We've not been able to give him a lot of playing time. Our only target forward, 19 years old. He is in competition with Davos Suker, Gabriel Batistuta, Ivan Zamorano. Hence why we haven't seen much of Oliver Bierhoff. But here he is. Let's hope he takes his chance. Get something out of it. Sir Grunge, mad. That player already exists. It's Juninho. Damn, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Which Juninho are we talking about? Juninho Pernambucano. 23 kicks. Screw the rest. Oh, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Great description, you must say. Just send me a message on X Twitter when you want to. I'll make myself free. Really appreciate it, Donut Donny. Really appreciate it. And I really appreciate our 3-1 win. We take it. We take all that we can get. Juninho was the greatest Brazilian midfielder who played for Middlesbrough. Okay, there are not many to choose from. That's the other Juninho. Juninho Paulista. I'm quite sure Sir Grunge is talking about Juninho Pernambucano, right? Yo, Dave is in. Dave Hull. How are we doing, my friend? Good to see ya. I see that Dave have been playing 07, 08 database recently, right, mate? How are we doing? Let's get a shout out for Dave, fellow FM streamer. As I said, I'm quite sure I've seen him recently on an 07, 08 database save. So go and show your support, please. How are we doing, Dave? Thank you for dropping by tonight. We are on the 86-87 database, second season with Oxford United. We are building a team for the future. We are not able to compete yet with the top 6 teams, but we are building a team for the future. I'm sure you will be familiar with a bunch of the names in this squad. But do take into consideration they are very, very young. We do have Gabriel Batistuta, but he's 18 years old. Fernando Redondo, 18 years old. Gary McAllister, 22. He's balling. He is balling. Let me tell you that much. I'm good, thank you. You are correct, sir. 12th with Hull. First season in Prem. 16 games played. Second season in game. Awesome stuff. Of course it's with Hull. Of course it is. How the hell did Hull look on that database? 0708. Are you a championship side, right? 0708. Could I name one player? It has been a while that I made the 0708 database. I can't remember all the squads. Was Winders? Was Dean Winders with Hull 0708? I'm not sure he was. But he is the first player that comes into my mind, Dean Winders. QPR up next for us, then Sheffield Wednesday. It's been a while since we've been on a winning run, so we really need to build on this. This win against Man City that leaves them at the bottom of the table. With 0 points, 11 games in, 0 points. I surely don't hope Soul Destroyer he turns up in tonight's live stream. One of the few Man City supporters I know, he would hate to see that. 0 points. Damn. Sorry to add to your misery, Man City. Sorry, but not sorry. Alright, Queen's Park Rangers up next. They are currently what, 8th? No, 12th. We are 8th. They are 12th. That's a close one. They are just below us. Another game that we definitely can't afford losing. Set Falcon Toes. That's a hell of a Twitch name. Appreciate you clicking the follow button. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. Very, very kind. How are we doing this Friday? Hope all is well. If you want to lurk away, feel free to do so. If you are a chatter, say hello in the chat. We will welcome you like everyone else. Donut Donny. Def, this Oxford side are the side for the future. But what's the youth intake currently like? Nothing. We have got absolutely nothing. Do you have the regen mod installed for your save, Donut Donny? Did you get any of the real life regens in at Oxford? I've been looking far away to see if any familiar names are coming in with the youth intake over at Oxford United. Just one gem, please. Yeah, Winders was. Dave confirms. Dean Winders did very well where the hell was that coming? Dean Winders did very well with Oxford as well. Oh, he was at Oxford at one point of time. Dave, it was the season he scored that volley at Wembley. Wow, yeah, I remember that one. Who don't remember that one? There's a couple of great highlight packages with Dean Winders. Definitely. Honestly, actually, I did see a YouTube video about Colin Hendry recently. And excuse my ignorance, I don't watch English television, excuse me, or Scottish television. So I don't know how many of these players are doing nowadays. According to that YouTube videos, Colin Hendry have had a tough life or some tough years. That was a little bit sad to see. He's 21 in our universe. Let's hope he can become a quality player. QPR with Jim Smith, former Oxford boss. Donut Donny, he knows it all. He knows it all. And Queen's Park Rangers are quite a strong team on this database. They got a couple of really, really good players. I used to struggle against them. Also in my offline saves in this database, I used to struggle against QPR. There he is, Seth Falcon. Toes, hello chat. How are we doing, Seth? Dave, I'm only fairly new to FM streaming too. I'd say about 5 months now streaming FM, 7 months streaming altogether. Oh yeah, what was it you started out with? What was the game you started out with? But yeah, 5 games in FM. I hope you do. I hope you do like it. I really hope you do like it. The FM community is usually very, very open to new streamers as well. So I really hope you're enjoying yourself. And I appreciate you playing the 0708 database as well. That's really awesome. Very important game coming up for us now. At home, at the Manor Ground, against QPR. They are just below us in the table. A team we need to beat. Appreciate the shout out. No worries, Dave. No worries. If I hadn't done it, my moderators would have done it, because that's how the FM community goes, right? It's a small community compared to Call of Duty communities, FIFA, EAFC communities, and so on. So the FM community has a very well-deserved good reputation of supporting each other, you know. And that's why we do raids, shout-outs, all that jazz. I really appreciate it. I like to be involved with it all. All right, Henk Fraser back on the bench. I think that'll be the only change for this one. Yeah, we're coming from a win. We gotta get that consistency in now. 2 wins in a row would be really nice. We gotta get past QPR, and especially their goalkeeper have been a problem for me when I used to take on QPR on this database, because it's David Seaman. Other mentionable players in the squad like Dean Saunders, Gary Bannister, Sammy Lee. Who else do we have? Antonio Tempestilli, an Italian. Steve Bold, Alan McDonald. It's a decent / solid QPR team, I would say. Especially because of that goalkeeper. He is going to cause us problems, I reckon. Donut Donny, no, haven't done the real name regions, but Oxford Youth wasn't the best expect for Joey Boucher. Yeah, Joey, yeah. That's a shout. That's a shout. When would he come in? Early 90s? Mid 90s probably. Joey Boucham. He was great actually in Championship Manager. He was really good. Yeah, COD Warzone. I played since CM 98-99. Love that, Dave. Absolutely love that. And enjoyed streaming it. That's all we want to hear, Dave. Lovely. Someone beat me to it, Retro. And that doesn't happen often. Retro has fast hands when it comes to moderating, and we do appreciate it. Yeah, Dave, we have recently just kicked off or launched a brand new podcast, a retro podcast that we call Rewind the Game. First episode was released Wednesday with our first guest, FM Llama. And that podcast is dedicated to talking about Champman, Football Manager, real life football memories and stuff like that. But yeah, me and Llama, we talked about his first experience with Champman as well, and some of our favorite wonder kits on Championship Manager and all that. And if you've been in for 98-99, you do remember the OG Champman. That's awesome. 0-0 at halftime. That's not awesome. That is not good enough. Why am I forgetting to bring back in John Sieverbeck on that right fullback? Like I was a rookie manager. Very poor ratings at halftime. How was the statistics? We had 8 shots, 3 being on target. QPR only had 2. We just need to be more efficient. And that is the issue with young players like we have. It's world-class legendary names, Davor Suker, Gabriel Batistuta, but the consistency is not there yet. Not at all. But I still think we can beat QPR, so let's get to it. Here is Batistuta, Davor Suker, Gary McAllister. Don't you dare disallow this one, ref. It's a beauty. It's an assist again for Barty, this time for McAllister. Usually it's the other way around, but Gary Mac, is he our top goal scorer? He must be, right? Gary McAllister is our top goal scorer. Dave, I don't use TikTok or Twitter either. 5 off 300 followers from just streaming. So the FM community has been amazing. That is awesome. That is great to hear, exactly. That is really awesome to hear that it's possible without any of those social medias. Don't get me wrong, I have beautiful communities on my social medias, but it's very nice to hear that you don't have to. Like Dave just started a Twitch account, started streaming, making content, and he gets the support he deserves. I love to hear that. Brilliant. Dave, I remember, that's awesome. We'll have to tune into that sometime. Feel free to do so, my friend. As you saw, only the first episode has been released. Second episode dropping next week. Gabriel Batistuta. It's 2-0 Oxford. Could this be 2 wins in a row? Assisted by Davor Suker this time. Vitor, sorry for not showing in chat, Matt. I'm here to lurk, solving some problems at work and home too. No worries, Vitor. Love to see you, my friend. Take care of what is important. And come by whenever you want, my friend. We always here. Davor Suker, another assist for Barty. It's 3-0. This is hopefully what we're going to see in the future from this team on a consistent basis. Beautiful passing. Everyone in the attacking line getting involved. Love that. Andy Müller on instead of Gary Mack. What else? Yeah, let's sit down Colin Hendry. I have a feeling that Colin Hendry is going to pick up a lot of yellow cards this season. But he's still our starter. David Platt on instead of Abedi Pillay. And Ivan Zamorano instead of Batistuta, who's scored a goal and made 2 assists, right? 1 goal, 1 assist, fair enough. Batistuta will be applauded as he leaves the manor ground after such a performance. Vamos, Batistuta! Davor Suker as well. No, it hit Lupescu, who gets his first for the club. It's 4-0 now. It's 4-0. This is very good for our goal difference. Very important for our goal difference. That is my next step, using different platforms. So you do have plans, Dave. That's always good to hear. Definitely. And if you can get 300 followers from streaming 5 months on Twitch, Football Manager, in the FM24 game cycle, that says a lot. I mean, there could have been a brand new FM25 or 26 right now, and everyone's numbers would be booming. So get ready for FM26, my friend. Donut Donny, best CM was probably 98-99, 0102 and 0304. But I love the original hardest version, non-famous name CM1 1992. The very first version, 1992. Before real name players. It was fictional players on the first Champ Man. Yeah, that's so romantic. But some great shouts. Champ Man legends like 98-99, 0102, 0304. I have made all those databases on Football Manager. But yes, the original ones. Champ Man 0102 usually wins when you ask the wider community. Usually wins when you ask what's the best Champ Man. I like the 98-99 shout as well. Wasn't it Champ Man 96-97 or 97-98? Oh, David Platt with a chance as well, who had a beautiful design. It was back when you had the arrows, obviously, on the tactic board. But the overall design of Champ Man, I think it was 97. One of my favorites. I'm heading away now, mate, at the girlfriend's house tonight. Enjoy the rest of the stream and pleasure to finally meet you. Thanks for joining us tonight, Dave. Really appreciate it. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely weekend. We will drop by your Twitch channel soon to check up on that Hull 07-08 save as well. Definitely. 4-0 win for us. Leaves us just outside the funny places. We gotta hang in there. We just gotta hang in there. But that was a great win. Gary McAllister needs a break. Needs a little rest, and he'll get it. There's 16 days until the next game. That must mean international break for some of our players, obviously. Let's take a look at the schedule then. As you can see, it's been a mixed bag. Very, very mixed bag. But 2 wins in a row. Can we continue that after we return from international break when we take on Sheffield Wednesday, then Aston Villa? I surely hope so. Goal 50, not 2024, but 1997. Best 50 players in the world: Gary Lineker, Alessandro Altobelli, Michel Platini, Lothar Matthäus, Diego Maradona, Careca, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Emilio Butragueño, Rudi Völler, and Zico. Zico coming in 10th. He's what, 34? Yeah, 34 years old. Vamos, Zico! That's incredible. Love to see him in the top 10. That is brilliant. That is absolutely awesome. So Sheffield Wednesday, 25th. International break. 25th. We'll be back on the 24th. Holiday mode. Peace and love, mate, from Dave. Exactly. That's the attitude. Vitor Zico. I heard the name and I appear. Every time we mention Zico's name, Vitor will appear in the chat. So please say Zico's name as much as you can. We like having Vitor around. Great stream, mate. Much love, mate. Easy. Billy and Mr. Tinney, we are not leaving yet. That's just an international break. I don't know if you have muted me. We are not leaving yet. That's just an international break. We are holidaying right now. We will be back in a moment. Can I suggest a raid, Mr. Tinney? But it is true. I usually tend to leave my streams when I go to this scene, obviously. I just wanted to make a scene change because we're holidaying in the game. So we can make some noise for our new podcast instead. Rewind the game. Rewind the game. Thomas Rolls, we are not leaving. Sorry about earlier with me mistake. No worries, Billy. You just wanted me to stop lurking. I see what you did there. It worked. It worked. We are just holidaying on FM, and it's boring looking at the holiday screen, right? There's an international break, and I want to get up to the next game. We've won 2 in a row, Oxford United. We want to make that 3 in a row when we return from the international break. Let me get away from this screen. It's not over yet, people. Come back in. Come back in. Now, let's get some more games played here. There's 2 days to the Sheffield Wednesday game. They are currently 11th in the first division, while we are in 8th. Quite close to each other. They are right behind us. So another game that we definitely can't afford losing, obviously. Davos Suker has received a wage rise. Fair enough. Well deserved. Vita is laughing. Did it work with you as well, Vita? I jumped over to that scene with the big cam. No, we are on a 2-win-in-a-row streak. Let's see if we can make that 3 wins in a row. That will be the first time this season, I reckon. Right? We haven't won 3 games in a row this season, have we? Oh, yeah, once. But that was a cup game. That was including a cup game. We have not won 3 games in a row in the first division. So let's please change that against Sheffield Wednesday. Please, let's change that around. We did play very beautiful in the last game. Graham Lusser, though, out injured. So Neil Slatter will be starting in his absence. Fernando Redondo, he is back from his suspension. So a couple of changes to the better, I hope. Before we kick this one off, Sheffield Wednesday. 8th in the first division, I take that. I'm happy to hear that from a proper Oxford United supporter like Donut Donny. I had high ambitions this season, Donny. I did have high ambitions. Top 5. I thought top 5 would be a possibility. But we have gotten some annoying injuries. Some major injuries. 9 months our best player is out. Lee Chapman for Sheffield Wednesday. Nigel Worthington. Gary Shelton. Branco. René Higuita. Look at those additions to Sheffield Wednesday. René Higuita. Yes, please. And Branco. Or Branco. How much did they pay for him? 11.25. Branco, homie. Branco. Woo. Come up. Come on. Here. All right. Love those 2 additions to Sheffield Wednesday, but I would love to beat them even more. So let's go and get it. Up the Oxford United. Come on, dog. Come and say hi. Ready? Here. Come on. Here. Yeah. Don't you bark at me. Don't you dare bark at me. Matt had our pants down. He's turned into a comedian, says Billy. I didn't even think about it. Batistuta with the first goal of the game, but it is disallowed. Come on here. Don't you bark me here. Ready? Ready? Here. Where is he? Hold me, come here. Come and say hi. Come and say hi. I'm not coming to get you. I'm not coming to get you. Time is just ticking. No highlights. Each team have had 1 shot. Very boring first half. There he is. Come on, then. Thomas Rolls is calling you with the doggy emote. Doggy emote. What happened with your face when I say doggy emote? Yeah, you understand every word I'm saying. It's good to see you. We need my lucky mascot. We need you. But you're leaving. He's such a bugger. He's leaving because I don't have a treat for him. Mama fangulo. You're getting spoiled. You don't need anything, you little bugger. Donut Donny, what's your wage bill yet? Mine is just over 400k, but didn't make our chairman a front-end chairman like Robert Maxwell was. And we were losing money, then Maxwell put in another 8 million. Cheeky little addition there, Donut Donny. I can dig that. Hector Cooper scores for Sheffield Wednesday. Now, this is a guy that both me and Vitor is hating. Vitor, we hate this guy, Hector Cooper. He was a tough player, but we mainly hate him as a manager because he destroyed R9's career when he was the manager of Internazionale. And now he puts up Sheffield Wednesday. Our wage bill, I would say 600k. Maybe I'm wrong. We're spending 871 already. 871 per week on wages. That's almost double your 400k, Donny. But I'm paying out big salaries. I'm giving them whatever they want. Davos Suker, wage rise, take it, son. Batistuta, wage rise, take it, son. I'm giving them what they want, Donut Donny. Big, huge wage bill in my save. Come on, we're not losing this one, please. We hated him, says Vitor. Exactly. Ronaldo hated him. He's Argentinian, says Vitor. Damn, Oxford goal disallowed. Disallowed. Gary McAllister. That is not disallowed, is it? That is not disallowed. We equalized before halftime. That takes Gary Mack up to how many goals now? That's his 10th. 10 goals in 13 appearances. Gary McAllister. What an addition he's been. Game-changing he's been, Gary McAllister. Donut Donny. Hachi would have joined your Oxford, lol. I offered a contract to Ruud Gullit I did offer a contract to Ruud Gullit. Lee Chapman, get the hell out of here. Disallow his goal, ref. Don't you let Lee Chapman score against me. It's 1-1 coming up to the halftime point, and look who's joining us. It's Benny, who got a shout out from Billy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's all Billy. Fantastic stuff. How are we doing, Benny? What's up for the weekend? Thanks for dropping by, my friend. Always appreciate it. Oxford had one disallowed just before Sheffield Wednesday's penalty. Did I miss my own game there, Donut Donny? Thank you for letting me know, then. Have we missed a pen in the first half? I did not see that. Gary Mack with the equalizer. It's 1-1 at halftime, but I'm not happy at all with this performance. So what are we changing? I keep forgetting bringing back John Sieverbeck. He's the normal starter. He needs to start freaking every game. So let's kick off the second half. It's a Friday night, man. It's made for dancing and FM and streaming. There we go, Benny. Get it all covered. Fantastic stuff. I love to hear that. Absolutely. I got nothing going on this weekend. Just FM. Sounds like a weekend up my alley, Benny. Well, why not? And please, guys, go and check out Benny over on his Twitch channel. Spread the love in the community. That's how we roll. Sheffield Wednesday, Nigel Worthington, but we got Peter Schmeichel. We got Peter Schmeichel. Big Peter. Tommy Caton, third goal of the season, assisted by Gary Mack. Finally, we're up 2-1. He's a lethal weapon, Tommy Caton, at the near post. Love to see it. Redondo, Neil Slatter. Into the box is Davor Suker, 11th. There we go. This could be third win in a row. That's what we need for the first time this season. 3 wins in a row. I don't hope I'm jinxing myself here because there's still a lot of time to be played. Am I sitting down Redondo because he's booked? I'm not sure. No, let's bring on Andy Müller. God damn, get on Andy Müller. That's why we bought him here. We have had most chances, but one more goal would be nice. Corner kick. Ball out for Redondo. Look how he loaded up that one. Yes, please. He saw a mile away that the ball was coming in his direction. Look how he loaded up his left foot. Bang! And down to the right bottom corner. 4-1 Oxford. This is starting to look like something. Mid-season is we're approaching mid-season. And finally we are starting to see some consistency in our performances. Colin Hendry wins the header. Neil Slatter moves it away. 20 minutes to go here of ordinary time. Sheffield Wednesday in ball possession. Davor Suker with the tackle. Here is Andy Müller. Goal scorer Redondo. Try to find a striker. Branco for Wednesday. Ball through to Clark. Clark. Schmeichel with the save. Big Peter to the rescue once again. Alright, a couple of changes. Batistuta have not really shown up today, but you know what? Let me bring on Bierhoff instead of Suker. Target forward to play on the side of Batistuta. Let's see how that will work. 4-1 will be good for our goal difference as well. Last 10 minutes. Andy Müller with a free kick. He's going to try to get the ball into the box, presumably. There we go. Redondo with a second goal of the game. And his first 2 goals this season. Fernando Redondo. Gol, 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 gol. The Argentina, Fernando Redondo. Look at his first touch with the chest. Oh, perfectly directed to his left foot again. He's 18 years old, people. 18 years old, Fernando Redondo. What a superstar in the making he is. Best game so far at the club. Redondo at Oxford. And we got 3 points. We get 3 points for the 3rd time in a row. This is more like it. This is more like it. We're closing the gap up to the top 7. Can we roam around in this area of the league? Next up is Aston Villa. They are above us, aren't they? 6th. So Aston Villa are doing quite well. But I think it's a great time to take on a better opponent after 3 wins in a row. Look at him. Look at this beauty. His attributes are going to explode after a performance like that. That was absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you all saw the goal De La Cruz scored for Seattle last night. 2nd goal last night. But oh my word, it's outrageous. I haven't, but it sounds delicious. I did see a goal from Conference League qualifiers, or was it the EuroLeague qualifiers yesterday? A Danish team called FC Midtjylland scored, Osorio scored a bicycle kick goal, almost bicycle kick goal. It was very well executed. That was a beauty, but I will definitely check out the De La Cruz goal as well. Seattle last night. Ivan Zamorano, pulled hamstring, out for 3 to 5 weeks he is. We're pretty good covered with strikers. We will miss him, but we are pretty well covered, aren't we? Aston Villa, we are at home at the Manor Ground for that one. Contract extension for the mad scientist. Where should I put my signature? My John Doe. My John Hancock, excuse me. Would we make it 4 in a row? That would be epic. Right, time I have to go. Great catching up with you. Always a pleasure, Donny. Can't wait to check out your series on this database in a couple of weeks, as you mentioned. But have a great weekend, Donny. Really appreciate you hanging out. It's always a pleasure. See you soon, mate. 8th versus 6th in the league table. Currently, head-to-head. Oxford versus Aston Villa. This would be a great win. They're just 2 positions ahead of us. With 28 points, we on 25. Close the gap with a win. And let's hope Fernando Redondo can continue his brilliant form. 2 goals in the last game. Hopefully he can carry that on. That would be incredible. Any suspensions, any injuries? This time I need to remember to start Seubek, yes. Graham Lesser back in the starting 11. Ivan Zamorano obviously injured. But other than that, I don't need to change my starting 11. So let's take on Aston Villa. We want to get into that top 7. And we can close the gap up to them with a win in this one. Let's take a look at that starting 11. Managed by Ken Brown. Vilichov and Mark Bright up on top for Aston Villa. Hunt, Guina, Ray Houghton from Oxford obviously. Juan Babas, Lee Dixon, Erhan Unal, Paul Elliott, Martin Keown, and Nigel Spink. That's the team we need to beat. To make it 4 wins in a row for the first time this season would be brilliant. Come on, lads. I'm sure you can do that. It's an early goal from Tommy Caton. He's on fire at the moment. Such a beast at the near post. Another corner kick executed. Yeah, what now? Come on. Oh, hold me. Hold me. Hold me. I don't speak dog. How do you speak dog? Woof. 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 Woo. Woo. Yeah, come on then. Come on here. Come. He's just barking. I never let... I never understand why that is. You little bugger, come and say hi. Don't get me away. This is a very important game, dog. Don't disturb me, goddamn. What's up then? What's up? Yeah, chill out. Hang on. Chill out. Thomas rolls on point with the doggy mode, as always. It's just to see your face do that when I say doggy. Yeah, you're reacting. You're reacting to it. Fly away, little one. Fly away. Check out Matt's new podcast. Thank you, Retro Gamer, for shouting out our new podcast. Rewind the game. Rewind the game. Retro Football Podcast. Appreciate the shout, Billy. Oh, shut up, dog. Evening, Matt and chat. Hope all is well. It's Adam. Good evening, Adam. Look at Gabriel Batistuta scoring a goal in your honor, and they disallow it. How do they dare? Aston Villa are 2 positions ahead of us in the league table, so this win would be beautiful. How are we doing, Adam? It is very good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you, as always, for dropping by. We do appreciate it. Abadi Pele hits the inside of the post. Batistuta goes down injured. In such an important game we're playing right now, we cannot afford Barty picking up an injury. He does look tired, though, after that knock. There is the podcast that Billy is talking about. Rewind the game. First episode released, featuring FM Llama, the genius himself. He was incredible. Do yourself a favor and tune in to listen to Llama talk about retro football. It doesn't get better than that. What do we do here? Because we were definitely the best team in the first half, weren't we? I actually think I want to say we can do better because we had a lot of chances. I'll probably have to take out Batistuta. That means that I will bring on Oliver Bierhoff, target forward. That must be it, right? Let's kick off the second. We have won 3 games in a row. This could be our 4th. First time this season if we can make this happen. We're up 1-0 after the first 45. Aston Villa is ahead of us in the table with 3 points. So we are on a mission to close the gap. Not too bad, mate. Glad all is well with you. Always happy to see your name in the chat, my friend. Always appreciated. Grameless. Sir goes for goal. What a save by Nigel Spink. Wow. Hope you'll get a chance to chill out a little bit this weekend. You're streaming tomorrow, mate, aren't you? Are you streaming tomorrow or Sunday? Please let us know in the chat. We keep on creating chances against Villa. That is very positive to see. But we need to carry this result to the end of the game, obviously. Would be a great win, this one. There is Colin Hendry. Graham Lusser down the left side. Davor Suker goes wide. Abadi Pele, not the best first touch by Abadi. Spink hoofs the ball forward. We keep on the pressure. Gary Mack, beautiful pass. Bierhoff, 1-2 at Bierhoff. Gary McAllister. Golazo! Our top goal scorer, Gary Mack. Get it in, son. He has been incredible. He'll be on that top 50 best players of the world next season if he carries up this form. Wowzers, our number 10, Gary McAllister, attacking midfielder. And with Batistuta and Davor Suker as our strikers, he's our top goal scorer. He is the top scorer. Hats off to Gary Mack. Incredible. That's the plan, mate. Streaming tomorrow morning. Happy to be back. Lovely stuff, Adam. I hope you'll have a lovely time. Definitely. We are happy to have you back streaming. Billy Golasso. Gary Mack Golasso. Again and again and again. Half an hour to go. 35 minutes maybe. Fernando Redondo. We are dismantling Aston Villa, aren't we? Now, don't get too cocky, but we are playing some beautiful football. Choco Bonito. Gary McAllister. Through ball, Abadi Pillay. Look at the passing. Redondo. Into the box. Gramlisser. Starlins. Oh, passing is pinpoint. This is what we're searching for. Performing like this on a consistent basis, that would be great. We keep on winning the ball possession back. Now, when we can play like this, we can challenge the best of them. Oliver Bierhoff finally got his first goal of the season. Beautifully assisted by Davos Zucker. We are playing ball right now. Tino emotes. Billy will love to see it. It's a perfect time to drop some Tino emotes or Golasso emotes as we are playing some beautiful football here. Gary McAllister from the corner. In swinger. He finds Abadi Pillay. We are dismantling Aston Villa right now. Closing the gap up to the top 6. Adding to our goal-scoring difference. 4th win in a row coming in. Now let's make some substitutions. I almost want to sub Gary McAllister. Just to applaud him leading the pitch. We'll do it and bring on Andy Müller. Let's sit down Graham Lesser as well. There we go. A couple of substitutions. The stadium, full maximum capacity, 9,600 people. Clap their hands together to applaud Gary McAllister. And it's 5. It's Tommy Caton. What a freaking hero he is. One of the OG Oxford players I kept around is now up to what, 5 or 6 goals? All coming in from near post corners. Tommy Caton. Love it. It's Adam. Great training session this. We could call this a training session, right? And they're supposed to be better than us. They are above us in the table, so this is a huge win. They are ahead with 3 points, so we are about to close the gap up to them. And with a goal scoring difference like this is what we want to see. This is exactly what we want to see. Could we keep the clean sheet? That would be brilliant. But here comes Aston Villa, though. Mark Bright. Lots of space, but we got Schmeichel. We got Peter to cover that. Retro Gamer. Why is your stadium always empty behind the goals? That's the question. It must be a bug of some kind, because maximum stadium capacity, 9,650. As you can see in attendance right now. So the stadium should be completely sell out. Maybe they're building on the 2 stands at the end of the stadium. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I do know that Andy Müller picks up an injury. That is freaking unfortunate. He's already been out with an injury this season. 6 minutes at it. I don't hope it's a major injury. We paid big money for Andy Müller. But what about this win? How about that win? 5-0. Takes us up in the top 7 positions. We got a good little goal difference going on. Aston Villa drops to 8th. That was a brilliant one. Müller out for 6 to 9 days. We can live with that. We gotta praise our defender here. He's doing marvelously. Worrell. I'm a small streamer and struggle to make it over 5 years. Any tips you can give? That's a good question. Thank you for dropping by, though. I'm thinking back to when I started streaming. That was in 2017 or 18. It's been a while. I was live streaming from the Stone Age. One of the... Oh, look at that. Look at that. What a month we've had. Nigel Clough, Kenny Dalglish, get out of here. It's the mad scientist taking the plaudits. Excuse me, Worrell. One of the first advices I got, actually, was to not look at my viewer numbers. And to this day, I'm not looking at my viewer numbers. You can deactivate your viewer numbers. Thanks for the follow, Ilmgore. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind to drop by. Possibly a fellow Dane with a name like that. Yeah, I've deactivated my viewer numbers. So, if there's 200 in, if there's 20 in, no matter how many there's in, I'm not aware of it. So, thanks for the follow, El Vorel. Really appreciate it. I have tried to stream for 200-300 people in my live streams. Usually when I release a brand new database, that is. But I don't know it while I'm live streaming. I have no idea how many I'm live streaming for. I have an idea about the activity in the chat, obviously. But that number, the little number that tells you how many is watching, try to ignore it. Because if you sit and watch at 3 viewers for 5 hours, it can be a little bit disheartening, obviously, for everyone. Makes sense. In pure content recommendation, how you should improve your content, I'm probably not the best to ask. I've been a little bit lucky with my content that I have any viewers at all, mainly because of my databases. But my best advice would definitely be ignore the viewing number. I hope that helps you just a little bit. Sivebæk said, Elmgaard, yes, we do have a Dane, don't we? John Sivebæk and Peter Schmeichel, both Oxford players, let me tell you. Coming in straight from the World Cup 1986. Part of the Danish Dynamite. And we picked him up early, Schmeichel, 24 years old, coming in from Hvidovre. Sivebæk was already at Man United, wasn't he? Yeah, in a Man United shirt. I was very, very happy about that addition, let me tell you that. Actually, only one stand has supporters, says Retro Gamer. We chuck in 9,600 people at one stand in the stadium. It is a little bit weird, isn't it, Billy? It is a little bit weird. Next up for us is Nottingham Forest. They have been on a roll. They sit in 3rd position. We sit in 7th. Again, we're working on closing the gap up to the top teams. We are ready for this one against Nottingham Forest. We are absolutely ready for this one. We bloody do as smart, says Mr. Tini. Can I see X-Player? There you go. Adam can advise you on the TikTok side of the situation. And all I want to say as well, if you are a Football Manager streamer, the Football Manager community is generally very, very open. So get into some Discords or something like that and ask people for help if you need any help or any advice. Be a little bit careful of talking about yourself as a streamer in some people's chats. It's not allowed to self-promote, you know. So be a little bit wary of talking about yourself as a streamer in the chat. What is this? FA Cup draw. Yeah, who are we getting? We don't care right now. We want to play in the Forest. We want to play against Forest. But yeah, FM community, show each other love by following each other, sharing each other's things, rating each other, live streams and such. So just hang on. Hang on. Dennis Bergkamp. He is on my short list. Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer. We don't have any money right now, right? No, we don't have anything to work with. Dream scenario. Getting Alan Shearer to Oxford. We gotta see that happen, don't we? Here we go. Second in the league table, Nottingham Forest with 36 points. Just 3 points behind Arsenal. They are in the title race early in the season, obviously. And we could potentially close the gap a little bit more up to the top teams with a win at home against Nottingham Forest. Let's see how this one goes. We're continuing with this starting 11. For the first time this season, we have been on a winning run. Takes us up to 4 wins in a row now. So perfect timing to take on a second place team in the league table like Nottingham Forest right now. So what we know is they have sold Stuart Pearce. We did play against Stuart Pearce when we played against Man United. What have they spent the Pearce money on? Brian Clough is still the manager. Ian Wright. Forest have bought in Ian Wright, Paul Goddard, Alberico Ivani, John Barnes, Stuart McCall, Liam Brady. This is an awesome Nottingham Forest team. Radcliffe in defense alongside Des Walker, Barry Venison, and Steve Sutton in goal. I see why they're doing good. So this is the stand that is filled up with crowd, but the rest of the stadium, Billy, look at it, empty. Absolutely empty. It's a strange one, but manor ground in Oxford. This is what we got to work with. Billy, I wouldn't have streamed if it wasn't for support and love from these guys in the chat and the main man streaming. There you go. There you go. That's how it should be, in my opinion. 18 minutes in, Paul Goddard with a shot from distance. Chance for Forest, but they missed it. Injury to Fernando Redondo. Get out of here. Don't do this. Do not do this, please. The young Argentinian, 20 minutes in, had to leave the pitch injured. That's a bummer. And a blow to our team. Our backup options are not as strong as Redondo. But alright, it's still 11 against 11. We are in ball possession. Batistuta, Lupescu. Great pass for Lesser. First time cross. Davasuka was pushed in the back. Penalty chance from the penalty spot. Oxford, number 10 on the back. It's Gary Mack. Come on, Gary. Get in, Gary McAllister. Another goal. The 12th goal of the season for Gary Mack. He's our top goal scorer, the Scotsman. Bringing us up 1-0 against Forest, who's in the second position in the First Division / Premier League. Free kick now, Gary Mack again. It must be Gary Mack, set piece specialist, Gary McAllister. Oh, hits the crossbar with a powerful shot. We look to Gary McAllister to get any success around here. Mamma mia, he's playing absolutely incredible. Coming up to the halftime point. This is far from being over. Forest has a quality side, but we won the first 45 minutes. Don't get complacent. That would be my message at halftime. Let's kick off the second half. This could potentially be our 5th win in a row against 2 teams above us. Would be absolutely brilliant. But there's still 45 minutes at least to play here in the second half. Forest comes out of the gates quite early to score the equalizer. Goal by Ian Wright. It's 1-1. Back to work, lads. Back to work. Is it that don't get complacent command? I can't help think. It's not always it works. That's obvious. Maybe it makes the players more nervous, actually. 6.3 Davasuka. Please step up, lad. We need you right now. We do have Oliver Bierhoff on the bench, the big target forward, to come on. If Davasuka don't improve, here he is. Davasuka on the ball, runs forward. Wide for Graham Lesser. Back to Davasuka. He got teammates in the box. Gary McAllister. Huge chance, Gary Mack, but what a save from the Forest keeper. We get a corner kick, though. 67 minutes in. Abedi Pele. Ooh, cheeky finish from distance. First time shot from the corner kick. McAllister again. Another corner. Forest clears it. McAllister. Caton for Sieverbeck. He goes for goal. Shot was deflected. Another great save from the Forest keeper. Wowzers. 3rd corner in a row. Gary McAllister. Cleared by Forest again. Alright, we are piling on the pressure. Keep doing that, lads. Batistuta on a 6.4. Our strikers have not had an easy game. Ian Wright for Forest. Goddard for Ian Wright. Will he get his second? He hits the crossbar. Huge chance for Forest again. We survive. This is such a close battle. With 15 minutes to go of ordinary time. Where is Mister? Oh, that's a lovely question. Mister. 22 years old, back in 86. Played for Juventus. La Vecchia Signora. We are in the second season, so they can potentially have sold him. But they haven't. Obviously, they haven't. Look at this beauty. Michael Laudrup. 22 years old when you start a save on this database. And he had a fantastic first season, didn't he, for Juventus? Looks like he's going to have a great second season as well. And his brother, Brian, starts out at Brøndby. 17 years old when you start a save on this database. And he has developed. He looks very good as well, the young Brian. All right, back to the battle of the Manor Ground. We got some tired attacking midfielders. Let's bring on David Platt. We got some tired defenders. That's Dave Langen coming on. And I think that is it. We have produced lots of chances within the last 20 minutes. Could we just execute one of them to a goal? Free kick, Batistuta! Oy. With a rocket from distance from Gabigol. Oy, chance for Forest. 5 minutes to go of ordinary time. Don't throw this away. Forest into injury time. Gets the ball into the box. Ian Wright is there. Oh, Ian Wright came close. Oh, last chance, Forest. Schmeichel with the save. There we go. Oh, they will get one last corner. 96 minutes in. Please don't get anything out of this. Schmeichel again. It's probably fair enough we split this 1 point each. We have had some moments in this game. They have had their moments, and it's 1-1. So please don't score another one, Forest. Don't do it. He's time wasting for some reason, Stuart McCall. Oh, here is the lucky dog again. What's up, dog? Hello. Yeah, we have to take this 1-1 result. It could be worse. They have been on a roll this season, Forest, so fair enough. We trust the process. What do you want, dog? Yeah, I'm going to let you out. Yeah. So this leaves us in the 8th position. 1 point behind Spurs. As you see, Forest still in that second position in the first division. That is a strong, strong output. 6 to 7 weeks, Fernando Redondo. No. Excuse me, scusa. McAllister, what a guy. That's 4 days to the next game. 15 appearances in the first division. 12 goals, 5 assists. 7.69 average rating. What a guy, what a player. So 4 wins in a row and a draw against Forest. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Especially with the injuries we have had recently. I'll take it. Hi, says Søjden. Søjden TV. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi today. How are we doing, Søjden? Thank you for dropping by as we are reminiscing with some of the Danish legends we have picked up early on this 80s database. Peter Schmeichel, John Sieverbeck as well. Thomas Rolls, he's fast every time you jump up here, homie. Thomas Rolls is fast with the doggy emotes. Love to see it. Ronald Koeman, Erik Cantona. Woo. There is so many to go for on this database. So freaking many to go for on this database. And we have been able to bring in some of the younger prospects like Davor Suker, Ivan Zamorano, Gabriel Batistuta is freaking 18 years old. Yes, we have been able to bring in some interesting players for the future. That is definitely the plan for the future. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's take a look at that schedule. Next up is Oldham. That's a game we need to win. That should be 3 points. Southampton, they do have a young Alan Shearer. Blackburn. All right. I reckon we could get a lot of points out of the next 5 games. Coming up to the end of December. That will take us on to 1998. New Year's Eve in the 80s. Nice dog. Thank you, Elmgård. He is a nice dog sometimes. He's acting up as well. He's acting up right now, so I have to take the dog out for a little walk, a little evening walk. But thank you for joining us tonight. Oh, damn, Søjden. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really honestly sorry to hear that. That is brutal. That is rough. Stay strong, Soiden. Stay strong. That's all I can say. And my condolences. That is horrible. Horrible news, my friend. Thank you for dropping by anyways. I really appreciate it. But yeah, please take care. Please take care. This time, yes, Tini and Billy, we are wrapping up. We are setting up a raid, guys. Hang on. Join us on a raid. And obviously, for the last time today, shout out. Where should I point? This direction. Our new podcast, the Rewind the Game podcast, is out. First episode with FM Llama. Absolutely legend. If you want to hear us talk about Championship Manager, retro football overall, we got a little quiz that I'm having a lot of fun with in this podcast. Give it a go. You can find it on all popular podcast platforms. And you can also watch it on YouTube. Mange tak betyder meget. Altid, Soiden. Definitely. I'm in your ring corner, Soiden. You can bet on that. But no one can replace your dad, so I mean, tough times, but stay strong. Stay strong as a family. That's my best advice. Yes, we have set up a raid scheme suggested by Mr. Tinny. So, Tinny, you take the responsible for this raid. And I'll see you soon, guys. New podcast episode out next week. I'm hopefully back Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Some of those days is my typical streaming days. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for moderating. Always a pleasure. Look who's in. Maxim Tigalgo is in. Good to see Maxim Tigalgo saying hi, boss, in the chat. Ratman Scoop with the follow. We do appreciate that very much as well. We'll be back soon. Great stream. Mad love to homie. Appreciate that, Tinny. Thank you, Thomas Rolls, as well. Thank you for being here, guys. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. And Vita says, wonderful episode, wonderful stream, Matt. Much love to all you guys. Have a lovely weekend. Until next time, take care, you beautiful people. Peace out.